I appreciate your sacrifice. I appreciate you being here even after the lights have gone down, even after the curtain has closed, even after all the other homies have moved on with their day. And you know what I never even thought of before? And I feel foolish now. I never even realized that maybe, not all of them, but maybe some of the ATFers are self-inflicted ATFers. Maybe the ATFers are like next level lurkers. And maybe the ATFers are the people that are like, you know what? I'm a little bit of a hermit. I'm a little bit shy. And I don't want to feel pressured or obligated to speak and communicate with some of these Neanderthals. And maybe they just want to enjoy it in some peace and quiet. Even though you could do that and no one would ever even see you if you're not chatting. But maybe it's just like a mental thing. They want to be like as far removed. Like they don't even want to be associated with some of the people in the chat. So maybe we got Jamaican bobsled team. Maybe we got Jamaican bobsled team in here every once in a while, not saying anything, not wanting to really go back, not wanting it to be provable on paper that they were communicating with the people in here, you know? And I gotta say, I respect that. And, you know, sometimes I might be tempted to do the same thing if it didn't require me being on, like I quite literally can't do that, you know? In the position that I'm in. But you know what? I just realized that today, and I have a newfound respect for those of you. And I do appreciate you being here. You know, undercover. Not even trying to be here and in the position be the life of the party. Not even trying to get any fame or glory. That's not what you're in it for. And, you know, fame or glory from the people in the MMA community is probably the last thing that you would ever it doesn't even register for you. So, you know, for the first time ever, it makes a whole lot of sense to me. It makes a whole lot of sense to me. So I am glad that you're here. I'm just glad that you're here whenever that may be. Whatever you may be doing, however you may be consuming this, I'm flattered and I'm thankful. And now let's get this party started.
Ready to start this show?
Let's make this thing public. Oh my gosh, this thing is glitching out on me. I think I just figured it out. Boom. Boom. I just pushed the red button. It's a figure of speech, but we are ready to go. We are ready to go.
Whose hot dog is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how fast do these notifications go out. I literally clicked live like 10 seconds ago. How fast can these actually hit a device? Took us about 20 seconds. I just want you to know, Adam and ARJR and Kev, I just hit live like 20 seconds ago. 20 seconds ago, and I was genuinely curious, how long will it take? How long will it take for it to actually hit someone's device and have the homie show up? Took like 20 seconds. Now, how can we make this make sense for every single person's device? How can we get this done? Congratulations, Adam. I love it, dude.
Amazing.
I love it, man. I appreciate you. From the other side of the world. Man, Adam's over there watching this stream while he's upside down, supposedly, on the other side of the world. Imagine that. Octopus! The smartest fish in the ocean. GGB Chronicles. No papas. No papas. Hey, you're making me hungry, bro. DB. What's up, DB? Legendary Gnome. James Bishop, I don't know if you're here yet. He says one down. I don't know how long those commercials are. But James Bishop is constantly, continually, continuously watching them ads and keeping me in business. Thank you, man. Thank you. Rumor has it that James Bishop actually has a YouTube Premium membership and intentionally turns them off when he watches the videos on this channel. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to choose to believe it. It's just a gesture of the thing, you know? It is fast. It is fast. I heard you're also the fastest fish in the ocean, Octopus. El Tronado! Yeah, Charles lost the bout to a scale. Charles lost the bout to an inanimate object. Charles is basically Tony Ferguson. They lose fights to inanimate objects. You got one dude losing a fight because of scale and the other dude losing a fight because of a microphone cable. Or shades, however you want to look at it. Angel Padilla! Interior crocodile alligator. On my mama. Tony rocked the scale and fighters thought they were in the clear weighing in beforehand. Wait a minute, I'm confused. Tony rocked the scale and fighters thought they were in the clear weighing in beforehand. You mean, does that have something to do with how Charles Oliveira missed weight? I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this getting through my beanie. I have a dense beanie. It's good in the wintertime, but other than that, sometimes it's hard for the information to get through, and I'm admitting that right now. It's a fault. ARGR! Juan! Thank you, man. Kev, we were waiting for it. You know what? When I was sitting here thinking about how long it would take, I was like, man, some people might... The thought of some people actually waiting on it, if they are out. Now I know some people just see it and they open it, and that's amazing as well. I'm glad that you have your notifications on. But dude, anyone actually waiting for it? Dude, that's like the biggest compliment. That's crazy to me. You know, it feels good, man. Makes me want to keep doing my best. Well, it's not like I ever want to do my worst, you know, but it's motivating is what I'm saying. Chad the Father Bear, we're here. I'm glad you're here, Chad the Father Bear. I'm glad you're here. We're here together, dude. Helium clicked so fast my bicep teared up. Oh, he got the Larry Wheels. Helium's out here looking like Larry Wheels with the Scott Steiner bicep. Does that mean Scott Steiner was walking around perpetually with the torn bicep? Because his bicep looked like Larry Wheels the other day. Oh, I didn't make the cut, huh, GM? I'm at work and everything, and I'm here, loyal to the dojo. Wait a minute. You did make the cut. What are we talking about? You did make the cut. I was even talking about you for some reason. What did I even say? But you're in all the cuts, bro. Max Bluestein. What's up, Max? Thank you, man. You guys, thank you. Representing early. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Max. Yeah, dude. I remember one time I was trying to do some stuff and I was doing handstands a lot. I was watching too much YouTube videos, you know. I was doing a lot of handstands and I busted a blood vessel in my eye. It was all bloodshot red. It looked like I had a red contact on. Oh, you gotta be careful being upside down too much, man. You gotta move. DB! We are self-inflicted. Self-inflicted from DB. Thank you, dude. DB, I'm not sure if you've ever been in there before, but if this is your first time in the dark web of the Mexican martial arts, if this is your first time behind that membership wall, there's lots of goodies in there for you that's been stacking for years, bro. Make sure to take your time to check them out, dude. 100% for sure, Octopus, good or bad. I know sometimes it's not everybody's favorite. But that's the least I could do, bro. ARGO! What's up, Dojo fam? James Bishop does not accept any misrepresented glory. He will not do it. That's respectable. At my job, DB stands for dead battery. Oh, are you a mechanic? Sweden. That's amazing, bro. Sweden. Sweden seems like a super, like a really nice and clean place, bro. I bet you like the bathrooms, like the public restrooms are like pristine, bro. I feel like the bathrooms in Sweden would be like on par with like a Buc-ee's. I was just finishing up yesterday's stream, ATF style. Woo, dude, Nigel, I thought maybe you were losing reception. I was like positive you were there with us. Oh, I think you disappeared for a little bit. You and Melancholy, I think. Very, very suspiciously and coincidentally, and for Melancholy, but I don't know what the case was for you. I think it was the Wi-Fi. Oh, much better than me. Sorry, Jim, you're cool, but I'm not watching ads. Dang! It's like that, huh? Jim, I was basically the ATF you described for the years. For the years you weren't seeing me. Dang, it's kind of weird to think of that time, bro. Cause you're just such a member of like the fabric of the community now, bro. Like on the radar, Like for us, you're totally not off the grid, I get it, Nigel. I was watching something earlier at 3x speed when cause I had to get YouTube Premium a while back. When you are a YouTuber and like your whole life is on YouTube and you're like watching videos that you're reacting to or downloading them or breaking them down or whatever, dude, there's no way you could have ads on there. That'll be like 50% of your life. I remember at a certain point I was like, I can't do this. And when you have YouTube Premium, you could watch videos at 3x speed. I think when you don't have it, the highest you could go is 2. I could watch videos at 3x. It's pretty crazy. Wait, what? I'm very confused. Shoot. I don't watch ads, but I donate to make up for it. I mean, that's a pretty darn fair trade. I think it's more than fair. He was hopping in place on scale, and there was an unprecedented amount of misweight that card. So this is just, I mean, who did I hear talking about it recently? There was some MMA talking head on YouTube that I was listening to. And he was talking about, he's like, when's the last time you really saw someone like, I mean, every once in a while you might hear some no name or whatever, but even then. And here's what I'm afraid of, honestly, that I'm going to say this right now and someone's going to bring up someone. I'm going to be like, oh, shoot, never mind. But he said something like, when was the last time you heard somebody busted for steroids? Since UFC was like, okay, we got this, USADA, we got this. We got it from here. Kick rocks. It's like, oh, nobody does steroids anymore? No one's popping anymore? We're all good now? Everyone's all like above board and legitimate now? Everyone's following the rules now? And it's like, I mean, who are we kidding? Like, we're not that dumb, are we? Whether it comes to the judges, the refs, sometimes the fighters themselves, if they're high enough in the food chain, gambling, certain matchups, scales, steroids. It's like, do we really think none of this is manipulated, fabricated, messed around with? Do we really believe that? So yeah, it just seems like hearing something like that, it's like, yeah, it's probably not a coincidence. I'm at a parent-teacher conference. I should be paying attention. Oh my gosh. There's a parent in front of him. He's just like, huh? What happened? No. They're great. They're really good. Yeah. They got a clean desk. Larry Wheels is not immune to his own passive curse of injuring people working out with him. Oh, wait a minute. He was doing that? He was hurting people? Are you talking about people he lifts weights with? Or he was hurting like sparring partners? I didn't even know about that. Oh, good, man. I felt bad, Octopus. The only thing I could assume is that I was calling out people that got here early. And I thought maybe you thought I left you out. I felt bad. I was like, wait a minute. No, I didn't. But that's my fault because I'm always so behind in the chat. Much love, bro. Much love. Hispanic. Yes, I did hear that Dolly Parton passed away. Dolly Parton passed away today. And dang. That's it's weird, man, because you don't want to like idolize these people. Cause why is that something that we even like? Oh, cause she's famous. Cause like, you know, how many thousands of people have probably died around the world today, and we're not like, oh yeah, that dude, you know, Caleb from Milwaukee died, and oh dude, from, you know, Zimbabwe died, and from China died, and but it's like, oh, Dolly Parton. But you know, I don't know. I noticed that sometimes. Like, I saw that Dolly Parton passed away, and I was bummed out. I was. But then I was like, why am I bummed out? I don't like listen to Dolly Parton music. I'm not like, is it just because she's famous? I don't know. Though. It's weird, man. Like, I remember when Hayden Panettiere died a week or so ago. I was like, oh, dang. Like, oh, man, she died. And I'm like, what the heck? Have I even watched anything that she's been in since Remember the Titans? But I don't know. If it wasn't for Dolly Parton, we would never have the White Stripes singing Jolene. That's what I know. The White Stripes version of Jolene is one of the best live performances that I've ever seen in my life. I have watched it countless times. And we would not have that if it wasn't for Dolly Parton. And I don't think we would have had the Hannah Montana show if it wasn't for Dolly Parton. For some of you guys that don't know, Dolly Parton is Hannah Montana's mom. And if it wasn't for her, now I don't care about Hannah Montana's music, but the show was fantastic. Okay? And I'm not embarrassed to say that. I'm not embarrassed. The show was fantastic. I watched that show today. I'll watch rotating episodes of Hannah Montana and The Cosby Show. And then if I want to go to the store to get a snack before I come back and continue watching, I'll listen to Billie Jean on the radio. And I won't be embarrassed of any of it. Well, this is unfortunate timing. Interesting. Is that something that you need me to check right now? Question mark. There were no wheels in that package, period. Something else showed up, comma, maybe that's what that was, period. Are you communicating with them right now? Question mark. This is ridiculous. I sent you this text 4 hours ago. Unbelievable. I did hear, and I think it's beautiful. You know, I have conflicting thoughts on like organ donorship because I've heard too many stories of people who are organ donors, and then it seems pretty clear in a lot of cases that the hospitals and the people involved don't seem to do everything that they can when people are organ donors because they want to have access to the organs. Now, I know this case is a little bit different, but apparently Dolly Parton had signed something in her will that she was leaving like access to her trying to think of the most appropriate way to say this on a family friendly show. She don't that supposedly that her and her family upon her death were donating her mammary glands, mammaries. I'm not sure exactly. I'm gonna be honest. I've never said that out loud. That they were donating them for research. You know how like when Jeffrey Dahmer died, they wanted to donate. They wanted to study his brain for research just to make sure that stuff like that would never happen. Like, and his stupid family said no. I guess the Parton family went the other way. They went the other way, and see what could be done about making it a more. I don't really want to exhaust that any longer. There's something apparently that I have to address right now. Because I'm on someone else's time apparently. Because I'm not the main character in my own life. So I will be right back. Please talk amongst yourselves. I don't know, figure it out. I'm streaming. This is why I stand with Anthony Smith, by the way. Okay, how are you guys doing? How are you doing today? All right. AOJR has just blessed Kev. Kev has been blessed for being here early. This is what happens when you show up early, Kev. Beautiful, beautiful to see it. Darren, good to see you, bro. Good to see you again. Sweden is cool, just media blowing things up because it's election time. What do they have in Sweden? Do they have presidents? Do they have kings? prime ministers, dictators, prophets. What do they have over there? I've never been to Sweden. Cody Chapman, Grandmaster. Hope everyone is in a better mood. I don't know, dude. People were being a little bit annoying yesterday. That's for sure. That's for sure. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. I was in a fine mood. I was in a fine mood. When you're on the side of truth, things have a way of just, feeling okay. Feeling okay. I was feeling pretty confident. I was doing some sketches last night. I was doing some pros and cons. I was doing a little bit of research. I was journaling. If you guys don't know what we're talking about the gorilla versus the bear debate. But I'm going to leave that alone today. I'm going to give people time to do their own research and reflections. I don't want people to make fools of themselves today. This is going to get us nowhere. I want to leave time for research. I want to leave a research buffer. Lord Racer has been a member for 34 months. He's on that Shaquille O'Neal. Thank you for being here, bro. Are you kidding me? Oh. What's up, Drew? Says, what up? What up? Yo, what's up, man? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, the game's all coming together today. Larry Wheels is the perfect name for a NASCAR driver. Dolly Parton was 150 years old. She had a good run. Ironically, that's how she died. She went for a run this morning. Not a good idea in this heat for an 80-year-old. And it was uphill. Not a good idea. That was kind of a coincidence. Wheels gets people injured because he's an icon of the fitness industry, so everyone tries to match him. Joe Linder, R.I.P. Noel Daizel, that horrifying video of the guy's pec or strict curls. Oof. I have seen those. Where he has like his back against the wall and he's doing those strict curls. Yeah. I didn't get injured, but I got a little bit sore from those. So yeah, I felt the reverberations of that as well. I feel like my childhood is fading away. The things I grew up with that shaped my life, like TV shows, singers, Satan, are all what's left behind by these people. It's so sad to me. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, legendary gnome. We all have fun. We all have fun in our own ways. that was, by the way, I hate that performance. I felt like I hadn't really come into my own yet. And I'm embarrassed of it. Yeah. ARTO! Wouldn't have I always... Oh, yeah, we wouldn't have I Will Always Love You by Whitney. Yeah, if it wasn't for Dolly Parton, we wouldn't have a lot of, other, artists that we like to listen to, Listen. I'm being a little bit of a brat right now. Okay, I'm doing a thing where sad stuff happens. Okay, I can't prevent sad stuff from happening. I can't take that sadness and that pain away. Okay, I can't bring her back to life. I can't do that. All I can do, and maybe that's not what some people want, but then they'll just watch the news and stay sad then. All that I can do is try, and maybe I'm not always successful at it, but try to introduce some kind of levity. Try to turn something sad into something, maybe a chuckle here and there. Maybe it's too soon. But I feel like that's what I can provide. I know it's sad. I know some people are sad about A, B, and C. Let's try to not be sad for a couple hours. But I get it. Because there's things that I would be sad about. And if someone joked, I'd be like, that's kind of annoying. So I get it. I've watched Jolene live countless times. I could hear his Blackpool Lights dialogue now. Yeah. Different place altogether. He's in a very performative, like, he does like Jack White has this thing that almost seems like he's a character that Johnny Depp is playing, like, at all times. It's weird. I love that song. Jolene. Please don't take them just because you can. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Ooh. It gives me the chills, bro. They should have taken Dahmer's brain away. They should have. I don't understand how does Dahmer do what he does? And he's in custody. He's already in custody. And he's an adult. How did his parents have the ability to say no? Hold on. Maybe I'm confused. Oh. Jeffrey Dahmer's parents actually disagreed on whether his brain should be studied. The mother wanted it to be studied. Joyce Flint, Dahmer's mother, wanted scientists to examine his brain. She hoped to discover if any biological or physical factors influenced his violent compulsive behavior, noting that Jeffrey had expressed a wish to help others understand his actions if possible. The father objected. Lionel Dahmer, first name starts with lie. Not off to a good start. Liar. Lionel, long for lie. Lie Dahmer. Dahmer's father strongly opposed the research. He wanted to put the horrific ordeal behind him. Bro, get over yourself. It's not about you. He wanted to put the horrific ordeal behind. Oh, no. Did something bad happen to you? Something bad happened to you, Lionel? Oh, no. You want to put it behind you? Not all the dead bodies and people and their families that want closure? This was a hard time for you, Lionel? Wanted the ordeal behind him and sought to carry out his son's explicit wishes in his will, requesting full cremation with no special organ retention. Oh, that put the nail in it right there, because apparently Jeffrey had a will requesting full cremation with no special organ retention. But then apparently he had also expressed a wish to help others understand what was going on. But dude, you already put it in paper, bro. Maybe he was never even being genuine about that at all then. Oh yeah, I want people to figure out why I did what I did. And you already knew, you put on paper that they couldn't touch your brain, fool. You know what I can't help but think? What if Jeffrey Dahmer's dad was some kind of cochino, man? Maybe his dad was like who's the kids, the brothers that killed their parents, the Melendez brothers. Maybe the dad. Imagine if the dad just, like, the mom didn't even know, or maybe the mom did know. Maybe the mom was trying to get the dad caught up. Maybe the dad would like beat Jeffrey Dahmer in the head, and he knew that he had like mad CTE or something. And maybe the doctors would have been like, what the heck? He didn't play football. He wasn't an MMA fighter. He didn't play hockey. Someone was beating this kid in the head. It had to be like, why in the world? Like, that makes no sense. I bet you that dad was up to no good. Let's see. If Ian Gary runs into a bear in the forest, do they do each other's nails? Probably. How does Gary talk? Yeah, the bear, he's a legend. He's a legend of the game. I respect him. I'm just happy. I did my best. I'm happy to go 5 rounds with the bear. I'll be back. I'm only 28 years of age. I have time. Oh my gosh. Shoot, man. Let me try to catch up here. Shoot. Oh no! Oh no! It's gonna be bad, my Grizzly. Oh, you know what? I should take care of that just in case. Hey, GM, have you tried the new Bacon Caesar McCrispy chicken sandwich? Dude, that sounds like a Starbucks drink. That's too many words. Why are they doing this at McDonald's? I'll never forget one of the first streams I came into was you talking about the chicken sandwiches. Bro, I just had a spicy chicken sandwich today from Carl's Jr., Lord Racer. I apologize. I always think of the Santa Fe sauce the same way that I used to think of like Jurassic Park. You're like, someday I'm gonna watch it. Someday I'll watch it. I'll get around to it. Someday. I only hope and pray, dude, that when I try the Santa Fe sauce, that I'm not as disappointed as I was when I watched Jurassic Park. But I did not spring for the Santa Fe sauce today. Today, I just needed that comfort. I needed some comfort food. I needed something familiar, something that I could rely on. I didn't want to get frisky today. I didn't want to be trying nothing new and crazy. I was gonna ask what the versus debate for today was, but apparently GM versus the household. Dude, at all times, I just don't show it. I just keep it under wraps because I have more patience than you know what? Never mind. I don't want to. I'm just saying I get it. I get it, like what Anthony Smith is going through. I did. I had the spicy chicken sandwich. Yeah. Blessing Christ. Cause I got all my homies. Christ is real. And then I. Does that say Christ Israeli? But that can't, because Israeli would be spelled wrong. Or is that Israel and then I, because it's funny, like it still kind of says Israeli, but it says Israel and Israeli, but if you spell Israeli incorrectly, I don't know. But thank you. Thank you for being here and receiving that membership. Thank you, ARJR. SD Samuels. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, dude. Wait a minute. Is that you certified? Did you change your username? Yeah, dang. All Dahmer's neighbors said that he was great. Remember that next time you're telling someone that someone else has always seemed nice. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I know people say it as a joke, but it seems like a great deal of the time, those are the people you got to watch out for, because they're the ones that are repressing and suppressing things. Usually people that are a little bit more cranky, a little bit more matter of fact, a little bit more rough around the edges, they're letting it out. They have that constant, drip. But the people that are just bottling it up, you know? Shoot, let me, I think I'm almost caught up. I'm trying to speed run, and then I'm going to be caught up with you guys. Is that real? GM, did you see Nina Chama and Gable Stevenson in a van together? Is that real? Oh no! You know how she's always like hassling dudes and trying to put the camera on him? For the first time, it was the other way around. He was tracking her down. He tracked down her scent. I feel like Nina Chama would have like a really strong scent. Don't you agree? I feel like you could. I feel like you know she's in the room before you even look at her. I think Dahmer had pre-existing problems, but he started drinking vodka heavily daily in high school. That can be good. Oh, I do remember that. As well. Wow, the books dive deeper into Dahmer's background. What books would you say, Damon? Is there like a official book, or is it just like a bunch of different ones from different sources? Had the movie ever touched reality, people psych couldn't handle the real movie. It's much more twisted. Bro, have you seen those Terrifier movies? You think it's even darker than that? That Ed Gein show, that was pretty twisted, dude. It got pretty graphic. They closed it, Angel. You don't got Carl's Jr. or Long John Silver's over there? You gotta move, bro. What is over there for you, dude? What's over there? What's keeping you there? Oh, dude. I mean, we gotta talk about this melancholy. We gotta talk. Dude, Charles Oliveira is more delusional than a person that thinks that a bear could beat a gorilla in a street fight. I mean, it's that bad. It's that bad. It's to that level. Oh, that's you. We wanted to make sure that it was you certified. We want to make sure it ain't just any typical run-of-the-mill tortas, whatever coming in here. We want to make sure it's the homie. Hey, did YouTube ban you or what? Sometimes people come back in with changed names because YouTube banned them or something. What happened? She's in Ireland right now. Shoot. I heard a theory that Dahmer was a product of MK Ultra and satanic ritual abuse, and that the dad was a part of it. That's why the dad didn't want his brain studied. Dude, that was going on that's the same thing that was going on with the Manson family. And of course, I mean, people in control, people in power know how people are. We want justice. Give them the chair. Kill them. Lock them away. So they know if they slide some MK Ultra, someone does some crazy heinous things, lock them up, give them the death penalty, blah blah blah, and then they're like, okay, they're the bad guy. They got their scapegoat intact, and people are gonna want justice, and we just never get it from the right people. As the history hyenas would say, Nina has fumes. Fumes. Wait a minute. Dude, I think so there was a podcast that I came across a while ago, and I absolutely loved it. I don't even remember what episode it was, but I loved it. And it was by two comedians. And one of them, I will never be able to remember their name. I know I will recognize his face, no clue what his name is. The other guy, I think, is Chris something. And I think that's the name of their podcast. That's what it was, I think. I kept trying to remember what it was called. I think it's History Hyenas. Yes. Dude, I couldn't find it. I ran into the most random episode, I don't know how many months ago, and I thought it was so good. And then I just never could find their channel again. And I don't know if I couldn't find it in my history or what. I'm so glad you brought that up again, bro. Yeah, ooh, gross. I never thought about it, but Nina does look like she smells strongly. Pesca. The Serial Killer Files is a great look into the world of serial killers. What is that? Is it a YouTube channel? Is it a DVD series? Is it on Netflix? Dahmer will be very excited for GTA 6. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it'll be like on Easter, huh? Just like out there hunting. Oh my gosh, this propaganda, it genuinely angers me. The bear propaganda genuinely angers me. It shows me how many sheep we have out here. It is so disheartening. But we don't need to derail. I just want you guys to know I'm off of it. I'm off of it. And I have a feeling, I'm going to be honest, that other people are going to keep talking about it. I'm saying I'm back, I'm letting it go. And I feel like other people are going to keep talking about it. And I don't know. We'll see. But I'm good. I'm good. I know where I'm at, where I stand. And I'm good. So if you guys, that's on you. Reality is more frightening than movies. Yeah, that's why. I mean, I'm not a scary movie person. But when I kind of was when I was like, bro, I saw too many scary movies when I was a kid, like more than I should have. But if I was gonna pick one, it'd be like the slasher movies, not these crazy like paranormal crazy things that are like all CGI and crazy. That's not even like realistic. It's the stuff like Michael Myers, like Jason. I mean, Jason even got kind of funky too, but yeah, the stuff that could be real is the trippiest, dude, the scariest. Reality is more frightening than movies. The real apartment he had was the neighbors couldn't bother. They just, what? The real apartment he was at had neighbors that just didn't bother with the horrible things going on. The smell had to have permeated the whole building. Yeah, I remember in some stuff that I saw, somebody was complaining about it, that it's stunk, like just rancid. Hey, who said that, dude? That's pretty good. That's ridiculously good. Jack Cathal Mac. Dude, did you change your name? For some reason, the portion you have between Jack and Mac seems a little different. I don't know why. I got thrown off when I was trying to read it right now. Reality is stranger than fiction. Fiction has the obligation to make sense. That's heavy, bro. Giannis Papas. Dude, he must be in witness protection. That's the fakest name I've ever heard in my life. I remember that name now, but that's the fakest name I've ever heard. Dude, Maverick. So look, I'll say this. Everybody is absolutely done. And look, here's the thing. Like, the darkness does not want to see the light, right? The darkness does not want to be exposed and uncovered. People, it gets like, it's like when you, like the whole metaphor of like, when you throw a rock at a pack of dogs and the one that gets hit is the one that's like, and you're like, shut up. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think I said that right. But it's like, there were people that were upset yesterday because I feel like I completely and unraveled and exposed the myth and the propaganda, to be honest, of, you know, the bear versus gorilla debate. And I think it's some simp, pathetic, very superficial kind of understanding of, like, everybody, like, if you ask people why though, why? Because everyone was, oh, a bear would just maul him. But why, dude? Because the bear, he would kill him. But why, bro? You're so dumb. You don't even understand how, because the bears would just destroy. But why, dude? And it's always because of how big they are, how tall they are. Have you ever seen a bear stand up? How tall they are. And I just kept equating it to other things to try to show them the logic of that. I was showing them, hey, do you think that this dude right here could beat Mighty Mouse in a fight? Do you think 6'1", 290-pound Larry Wheels could beat, I don't know, 5'5", 135-pound Demetrius Johnson? No? Oh. So your logic all just went out. Okay, never mind. How about Angel Reese? 6'4", 165 pounds. Do you think she could be like 5'4", 5'5", Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko? Oh, you don't? You don't think? Oh, so you're hypocrites? You don't? Okay. So it only makes sense when it's animals. Like it was just about size and the nails. Have you seen the nails? And I kept saying it's the same thing as Josh Hokett and Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is taller. Derek Lewis is bigger. Derek Lewis has longer reach. Derek Lewis has stronger punching power. Derek Lewis has most knockouts ever in UFC history. Everything stacked. I mean, just like the same way people like to compare. Yeah, but the force, if the moment he swipes you, the bear, if you don't even understand, I've seen him hit the head clean off a penguin. He, one fell swoop. And it's like, oh yeah, so kind of equivalent to the most knockouts ever in UFC history. Kind of the same thing I was saying when Josh Hokett was going to fight Derek Lewis. And everyone's like, oh, this is the end of this hype train. Josh Hokett's about to die. And I was like, I don't care if he's a knockout leader. I don't care how hard he punches. If he hits like the semi-truck that you keep saying, hey, don't stand in the middle of the road with your eyes closed. Right? Just have a good fight IQ. And a gorilla has a better fight IQ than a bear. Because as I was showing you yesterday, I was showing you the technique of how a bear fights. As far as a bear is confirmed, the best base for MMA is going to war with your own sensuality and trying your hardest not to kiss the bear that you're apparently trying to kill. Because, again, this is how they fight. They're like, no, bro, no, we drank too much. That's how bears fight. With their long nails. That's how bears fight. These effeminate, confused bears. When you have gorillas out there with their fangs ready to knock your head off. With that aggression, they have that mindset. They know what they need to do. They know how to square up. And you get no IQ. No IQ. Now, if you stand there, if you get a gorilla that's willing to stand there like a tetherball, okay, that's a strong bear. We got to see it just like a punching bag. We got to say, okay, bear, once the light turns green, go ahead and give us your hardest swipe. Woo, that's impressive. But the gorilla's probably not going to stand there and do that because he has a higher fight IQ. And now that I just reminded myself, that's why this giant, that's why this Nephilim right here would not beat Shevchenko or Nunes in a fight because of IQ. It's the same thing. Just like this dude would not beat Demetrius Johnson because of fight IQ. It's not because size doesn't matter. I've been told that many times. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of records, what kind of bench press records, what kind of record you have for most knockouts, what kind of power force generated. Fight IQ. Fight IQ. Would LeBron James beat John Jones in a fight? I just don't understand the disconnect of the people that are sitting there right now just laughing when I even, oh, that's not even comparable. You're not even being honest anymore. Why would you? LeBron James and John Jones, that has nothing to do with this conversation. You're not even being, it's not comparable. Why? Because it hurt your feelings? That's the most comparable. That's the best metaphor that I could possibly present you with. There's nothing out. Like, you lose. You lose. Good day, sir. I'm sorry if your feelings are hurt. The truth doesn't start and end at your feelings. If you're saying, take any species that you want. Take any kind of life form, any kind of species. You could take a couple AI robots. The logic, the concept shouldn't change from species to species, from life form to life form. Either you believe that fight IQ reigns above and ranks above size and some nails, or it doesn't. That's it. It's the same thing when we're talking about the origins of the universe, when we're talking about, when we're talking about anything. Let's not deviate too much. When we're talking about anything. The problem that we run into is people like to over conceptualize and over mystify and muddy up everything. No. Let's boil it down to its most simplest framework, to the most simplest ideas. That's why people get so insulated and confident and bold in their ignorance. Because they make things so ridiculously over-intellectualized that it forms this kind of coding. And there's all this verbiage and loopholes and gymnastics around it. It's like they build this theme park of security that supports their ideologies. And it's like, hold on. Let's just go all the way down, all the way under. Let's look at the foundation. Let's look at the foundations of this. Yeah, that's all cute. I get it. We could get lost in that for days. We could argue about this for centuries. Let's look at everything that you built this on. Do you agree or disagree that no matter what species or life form that we're talking about, do you believe or not that fight IQ supersedes someone's weight and height and reach and some sharp nails? Because if you believe, at least for all the reason that anyone has ever told me, if you believe, and for the reasons you believe, that a bear would defeat a gorilla, you better say that LeBron James would beat John Jones in a fight. You have to. You better say that Larry Wheels will beat Demetrius Johnson in a fight. You have to, or you're a picker and a chooser. You might run for office. You're a politician. You're a flip-flopper. I can't wait to see your campaigns on TV. There's no, let's make it simple. Which is it? If you tell me that a bear can beat a gorilla, and you also tell me that LeBron James will destroy John Jones in an MMA fight, then I say, thank you, sir. I respect your honesty. I respect your intellectual consistency. But you can't flip-flop. You cannot do that. Come on, man.
Amazing.
I didn't start this. I didn't start this. Other people were talking about it. I moved on. Let's see. Darren Miguel, you sticking around for the Contender Series? I don't know, dude. What time is that coming on? I should know this. Contender. I don't know, man. How do you even watch Contender Series? It's got to be on Paramount, right? I don't know, man. I'm in a little bit of a, yeah. It's possible. I know there's some things that need to get done. If Marilena doesn't need me for it, then it's possible. Dahmer's next door neighbor kept complaining about the smell, and she even called the police when one of his victims escaped. People ignored her because she was a black woman. I do remember that. That's the lady that I remember that was saying something. That's crazy. Imagine, Dahmer knew that she knew, and he's just like, he's like, what you gonna do about it? You're lucky you're a woman. I got no interest in women's. Marloca! I'm out driving home. Let's go! Chile Verde! Chile Verde! Darren says, bro, you get a bear on its back and it's powerless. I'm just. That's what I'm saying. Isn't a gorilla just a juiced up dude? That's kind of the point one of the points that was being made yesterday. A gorilla is more intellectually aligned with having the mindset and the attributes, closer to a human than a bear would. That's why you don't see videos of people teaching bears how to eat with chopsticks and do the alphabet and play with blocks and stuff like that, because they don't have that intellect. They don't have that IQ. What? Shoot, man. Miss Chuck Almighty, you wouldn't believe how many times I've been asked that question. Oh, man. Oh. Happiness. Illusion. Oh, because Max Bluestein. I'm comparing people that don't have fight IQs. I'm comparing people that aren't pursuing the lifestyle. I could have picked other people that would have been a bad example. I wouldn't have picked Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox, I know a lot of people like to make fun of the dude, especially because of there's a lot of people who got mad at him in the martial arts community because he was talking all these papas about Bruce Lee. For those of you that don't know, Michael J. Fox is a dude. He has like 11 black belts. That's a dude, like, I know that people like to make fun of martial arts actors and pure martial artists who like actually go in dojos and get black belts and stuff. They're like, oh, that's weak. If you're not an MMA fighter with staph infection, you don't even know what's what. I think that's crazy. I think that Michael J. Fox will be a dangerous dude in competitive fighting. So that would be a different example. I'm giving examples like Larry Wheels and that other chick. I don't even remember her name, that WNBA player, because they're not that. And I was trying to compare something that doesn't have a fight IQ just like a bear doesn't. Having a big swipe, I mean, bears fight like Rosenstrike fights. Like Francis Ngannou used to fight. Nobody's going to be afraid of that. A gorilla's not going to be afraid of that. Oh, yeah, if I stand here and you get a good swipe at my head with those nails, I'm in trouble. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Just like Stipe Muchacho wasn't afraid of that the first time he fought Ngannou. What are you going to do? Throw a haymaker at me? That's like a bear. They're going to throw a haymaker and try to kiss you the whole fight. You're fighting Michael Morales. A gorilla's not going to be worried about that. I totally think a gorilla takes the territory without a fight. I believe that he bluffs the bear into running. I'm telling you, dude, bears are punks, dude. They only try to loke up when the family's right there because they have to. It's a defense instinct. The other day, I told you guys, I was watching a video of a bear trying to fish. And by the way, stupid. Bears look stupid, bro. He kept slamming his snout into the rock trying to catch a fish like he didn't know what he was doing. And there was a wolf right there. He's like, I ain't even gonna mess with the wolf. Like, he didn't want to have nothing to do with it because he's like, I was looking at the comments and I was trying to figure it out myself. And it seems like the general consensus is it was just a matter of, weighing the pros and cons. If I fight with this wolf, I'm probably going to leave with some scratches, some bite wounds, probably going to bleed out. He might have some homies around the corner. I'm just going to let him do his thing, leave him alone. I'm a fish. Like, literally, you had this bear, this big bear, and there was a wolf right there. Some fresh meat right there. And the bear was acting like it was invisible. It was literally right. It wasn't hiding behind the tree. It was right there. This lasted several minutes. And the bear just kept trying to fish, acting like he couldn't even see the wolf. It's like they're not like that. They don't square up like that. If there was a gorilla there, he'd be beating his chest, letting him know, you better kick rocks, bro. Show. This is annoying. If the gorilla wins, it's because of the legal shots to the back of the head. Hey, it's street fighting, bro. It's street fighting. If you're not, the thing about cheating is that it works. Remember the words of Jason Herzog, the late great Jason Herzog. Well, yeah, that's not fair. That's a whole different thing, and I respect that. Hold on, now you're talking about situational dominance. So what if it's a polar bear versus a gorilla in the ocean? Bear wins. I'm cool with that. That's like, I'm not gonna say that if a gorilla fought a blue whale in the ocean, in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, that it's gonna win. That's like when Abraham Lincoln was like 6'7", and he was fighting with some dude that was like 5'2", and he's like, oh yeah, I'll fight you in a 6-foot pool or something. Remember that? You guys remember that thing? That's kind of the same thing. So yeah. I wonder if Elon Musk reads his DMs. I wonder if we could get Elon Musk to do a gorilla versus bear fight. Come on, dude. Okay. I keep glitching out because the chat is skipping on me and I can't keep up with conversations. To be fair, Balloon Fart, I've always loved monkeys my whole life. One of my favorite movies of all time, you know, the Planet of the Apes movies. I'm not talking about these disgusting CGI movies that started coming out in the last decade or two. I'm talking about the ones from like the 60s and the 70s. I used to watch those like nonstop when I love apes, bro. I love the Planet of the Apes. And you got to remember that. You guys got put some respect. It wasn't the Planet of the Bears. It's the Planet of the Apes for a reason. It's that IQ, dude. Abraham Lincoln was a reach merchant. You know what? I'm gonna have to shoot, man. That's you know what? Okay, I get it. Listen. I'm gonna have to do that. That's fair. That's what I'm saying, Balloon Fart. You ain't gonna see Planet of the Bears. No one's gonna rent that movie because they know it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Soon as that bear breaks a nail, I broke a nail. They're out. Listen. What's going to happen with Pereira? Monkeys are diabolical. They'll eat your face. I'm pretty sure they literally make like spears in the Congo. Heck yeah, dude. They know how to make weapons. That's been proven. That's been documented and found. They make weapons. They're too intelligent for bears. It's so insulting, dude. What's going to happen with Pereira? I mean, with Josh Hokett calling out Pereira the way he's calling him out, Melancholy, what you said is hilarious and I get it. And I think you went with that instead of the Jungle Book because the punch, it lands harder this way. No one is going to rent Gorilla Necessities either. GM. That's funny, dude. I think it's over. I think it's over for Pereira. I'll talk about why Charles Oliveira is ridiculously delusional in a moment. But you know, since I got Alex Pereira on the beanie, let's see. No, I almost regretted that right away when I said that, Nigel. Because I was like, oh, now somebody's going to talk about, because they have to have weapons. As soon as I said that, I knew someone was going to call that out. Yeah, I mean, I've said this too many times. So I know it's already out there. And I'm not saying I necessarily, like, to be honest, I don't even remember if I saw that fight. I might have been selling cars already. I don't even know if I ever. No, you know what? When I was going to do my, I was going to break some fight down. And I went back and watched it, I think. But I really, I just don't remember. GM Charles is the perfect amount of delusional. How could you? A lot of people think so. Alex Pereira, He came in, did his thing. He knocked out some creative players. He beat a Sean Strickland that at the time wasn't the Sean Strickland that people believe he is today. Beat Adesanya, which everyone was like assuming was going to happen because he was like the boogeyman. He had beat him before. At this point, Adesanya had annoyed so many people. People were basically hoping that that's what was going to happen. He beats him. Then Adesanya beats him. Then it's like, oh, wow, this dude is beatable. He is actually beatable. Yes, he lost his very first MMA fight ever in 2015, but people forgot about it. It was by submission. He wasn't doing submission. He didn't know nothing about it. Now he actually trained. It's different now. Oh my gosh, he could actually lose a fight. Then he goes up to light heavyweight. Then he wins a fight against Jan Blachowicz that some people think that Blachowicz should have won. It was a close split decision. Lots of people think that it was a robbery. Then he beats Jiri and Jamal Hill and Jiri, which now, 2020 hindsight, people will go, Because remember, you can't make fun of Jiri. You can't clown on Jiri and memify him and talk about his lack of fight IQ and lack of killer instinct. You can't do all of that. Same thing with Jamal Hill. Flat-footed, lucky champ, should never had it. Worst champ ever, all that. You can't say that stuff about these dudes and then use them to act like it's bumping up Pereira's resume. Again, stuff that we can't have both ways. Miss Chuck Almighty, UFC talk? Boo! So, he beats a Blachowicz that a lot of people... First of all, he loses to Adesanya. Dips from the division. Tries to give maybe the illusion, I'm too weak. Maybe if I'm bigger, I'll be stronger. I'll win more fight. I don't know. I'm not saying that's why he did it, but a lot of people do that. Oh, I lost the fight because I'm so depleted in the weight cut. I bet I'd be stronger and better at this. Whatever reason, he loses, flees the division. Wins a fight that a lot of people thinks he lost. Then you got Jiri, Jamal Hill, Jiri. Then he gets his butt kicked by Khalil Roundtree for 3 rounds. And then you can say whatever you want happened after that. Khalil Roundtree got emotional. He got gassed. Because of those things, a combination of those things, he panicked. He abandoned the game plan, whatever. He said as much himself. But you watch that fight, Pereira got his butt kicked. And it's not just me saying that. Even the biased commentators who clearly wanted Pereira to win were like, oh my gosh, what's happening? He's on his way to losing. Oh my gosh, he better win these next rounds. Oh my gosh. He was getting his butt kicked by Roundtree. Then he loses to Ankalaev. Then he beats Ankalaev. Okay, he won a fight. We won a fight. And that might be, as far as I'm confirmed, that might be his most significant victory. Then he loses to Gane. What a resume. And then I don't know. I mean, someone says, JMN says, keep in mind, GM, the timeline. All this happened in 2 years. I mean, people will look at Marab and they'll say, hey, bro, don't be stupid. You're doing too much. Slow down. That's why you're losing. Adesanya did the same thing. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, oh, so they're stupid. Because I understand that, and look, here's a situation that came up yesterday that it's like, oh, this is more complicated than people think. Because people like to get mad at the Dagestanians for being inactive and they blame it on Ramadan. But apparently it's the UFC because Makhachev has finally come out. He finally put some bass in his voice. He finally learned enough English to fight back and say, I want more fights. I'm not a young man anymore. I want to fight every 3-4 months, but it's not that way. UFC doesn't give me the fights. We finally found out it's not him. He's saying, I want fights, and the UFC isn't giving me fights. Then you get people that get the special treatment like Pereira. They become company men. They could go other places like Francis Ngannou did, make big money, but he signs for some big money and stays with UFC. And they let him fight as much as he wants. That's part of his mystique, part of his aura. Dude, this guy never wants to stop fighting. And he made some bad choices. He fought a lot of underwhelming people and beat them in a short span of time. And now he had his title fight, which was so overhyped. They got hyped like more than Francis Ngannou was getting hyped when he fought Stipe Muchacho. That crashed and burned. And it did in kind of a unceremonious way again, kind of, like it did with Aspinall and Gain. So and then he made it even worse by embarrassing himself and going on his world tour crying about Herb Dean. Look, there's a lot of confusion right now in the MMA community. There's something that hasn't been addressed. I think I'm the first one to bring this up. Have you guys noticed how at every single UFC event lately, every single time they mention Herb Dean, you hear boo, boo from the crowd? Now, I haven't heard a single other person say this. That's not the people in the crowd. If you look closely, like I know sometimes there's a lot going on and people are like Buffalo Wild Wings, they're talking to their homies and stuff during the events, they're looking at the chat. If you look closely, that boo is coming from Pereira. Pereira has been following Herb Dean from event to event. He's going to different states. He's going to different countries. He's not even fighting. That crazy roars boo that you hear, that's just Pereira. He's literally traveling from event to event. He's basically stalking Herb Dean at this point. These crazy, deafening boos that you've been hearing from the audience, that's just been Pereira. That's like his war cry. And he just destroyed his reputation. All aura, all that gone. It's just gone. And now Hokit wants to fight him. And it's not in Pereira's best interest to fight him. It's already over. If Hokit fights him, it's over. If Hokit fights him, it's for Pereira, because of basically everything I just mentioned, it's already over. If Hokit fights Pereira, it's CM Punk over. Jeez. He's stuck. He's absolutely stuck because Pereira cannot fight Hokit. He can't. But then if he doesn't, now it's still over because he ducked Hokit. He's done. You know what? Mackenzie Dern is in a weird spot because I've been saying it for months, you know, the whole, like you're saying, paper champ thing. Like she was like a Joshua Van kind of champ. But it's just like I was saying about Khabib yesterday. It's not Khabib's fault that he grew up in a region, because a lot of people like to come after his record and the people that he fought when he was just starting his career. It's not Khabib's fault that he was fighting in a little pond. You know, like how do they say? The fish is never gonna grow big in the little pond or in the little fish bowl. When he's being confined to the Dagestani, to the Caucasian mountains, and he only has that little pool of people to fight. And you better believe that there's other fighters in there, seasoned fighters, veterans, that don't want to get embarrassed by this dude. You know that there was fighters that were propositioned to fight Khabib, and they're like, wait, that you're talking about that dude? You want me to fight? That's the dude? He looks familiar. Is that the dude that I saw wrestling with the bears behind the store? Behind the liquor store? I thought that was him. That's him, right? That's the dude that wins all the Sambo national championships. You want me to? No, I'm not going to fight him. I'm not going to sign that contract. So you better believe that was happening. Remember some of his fights? I remember when I did a breakdown of his fights. He was fighting. There was a dude that he fought that looked like he was like 52 years old. Khabib was like 19. You better believe that there were fighters who were seasoned. There's probably fighters that were like 35 years old. They were like 32-1, 35-2. They don't want to fight this killer that's rolling with bears. I mean, I know it's not like he was rolling with the gorilla. Let's not get crazy. But still, a bear winning these Sambo national they didn't want to do it. So Khabib was in the situation where, okay, I can't create fighters out of nothing. I just have to fight the people that are presented to me. It's not his fault. And Mackenzie Dern is kind of in a situation like that. Is she really annoying and cringy and doesn't really deserve to be there? Absolutely. But she can't make opponents out of nothing. So it's kind of a complicated situation. Now, what the heck is Weili Zhang doing? I think she's on OnlyFans now. I'm not positive. I don't know what in the world she's doing. I don't know if after the loss to Valentina, they killed her in China. I think that was the thing in China. They used to kill the girls. I don't know if that's still legal. I don't know if they killed her and now she's just living as like an AI. I've seen videos of her popping up lately and she doesn't look real. So I don't even know if she's with us anymore. She may be strolling in paradise with Dolly Parton right now for all we know. But it's hard to blame it on Mackenzie Dern. She's Lyman. Representing the colors. Maverick Top Gun. I hope you could get a video about bears and gorillas. And what is that? Oh, wait, is that like an 8? Oh, is that Dr. Zayas? Dr. Zayas. A fun video. I'll try, dude. I'll try. I know it's not going to be fun for the people that I have to educate, but, it might be fun for me. I don't get why a smaller champion gets to move up and instantly get the title shot to begin with. I've been saying that as long as I've been talking about it. I think it's ridiculous. They should all have to work their way up. It's shameful. I've been saying it forever, Nigel. And look, I think there was a time, as crazy as it seems to me, I feel like there was a time. I mean, there absolutely was. I don't just feel like this. This absolutely existed. There was a time when people were acting like Alex Pereira was absolutely invincible. And I used to say it even then. I said it before it was cool. I was saying this way back when he was still fighting Adesanya. I used to say it all the time. Hey, dude, there's people here in the chat right now that if you land a clean left hook on people, you're going to knock them out. Okay? Because it's just physics. It's just, you got sensitive parts of your dome. And if you get struck there, you're going to go down. That's just how it goes. Okay? But I would say Alex Pereira does not have a good fight IQ. I've been saying that for years. And I mean, say what you will about, because I've said that in the past, and they say, then how was he a kickboxing champion? Or how was he, now I know this is, a lot of people don't like this, and a lot of people immediately agree with it. Kickboxing isn't fighting. Now, again, like, I think a lot of people have problems with consistency and avoiding hypocrisy. Because some people in here might have went, what are you talking about? See, man, you keep saying stupid stuff. Now you're saying kickboxing ain't fighting. Why don't you go try to kickbox someone? Tell me that's not fighting. Listen, the same people that always make fun of Joe Rogan and say, oh, he's not a real fighter. He's always trying to act like a real fighter. All he ever did was taekwondo. Taekwondo's not real fighting. Okay, taekwondo's not real fighting. But kickboxing is? Taekwondo's not real fighting. Kickboxing's not real fighting. Muay Thai is not real fighting. BJJ tournaments is not real fighting. Zuffa boxing is not real fighting. Sumo is not real fighting. Sambo is not real fighting. And I think all of the people at the highest levels of these sports will tell you that. They are segmented versions of fighting for sport. Being able to excel in kickboxing is like being able to excel at badminton. It doesn't mean that you have a high fight IQ. You learn to navigate and manipulate the sport in which you're in. I mean, look at how Francis Ngannou looked against Stipe Muchacho because he didn't have a high fight IQ. But then he almost knocked out Tyson Fury. So yes, Alex Pereira could look fine in kickboxing and he could be a champion. But it doesn't mean it's going to translate to MMA. Being able to be light on the feet and versatile and agile and springy and flowy. It's not necessarily going to just be there. He's always been very awkward. He's always had very, very weird mobility. Very telegraphed. And it's funny because I feel like that's one of the things that said a lot about him, that he doesn't telegraph. I mean, maybe he doesn't have the biggest, widest leg kicks as a lot of the other fighters, but I mean, we're comparing him to things that are much worse, I guess. But what I'm responding to right now is, Nigel, you said, so Alex has the better striking technique. Explain why Josh beats him then, because that's why Bears beat Gorillas, almost point for point. I'm saying I don't think that I'd say Alex has better striking. I think, like I've said a lot of times, I think he knocked people out, which is striking. I think most of them were. I don't know. He had a mixture of knockouts and TKOs. But he would finish people with his striking because everybody was afraid of him. It was aura and intimidation, and they would get walked down. Nobody ever had the nerve to walk him down. Well, Adesanya did. And then when Ciryl Gane did, when you see it, he's a completely different fighter. Once Pereira's on the back foot, he's not Pereira anymore. He puts down the bow and arrow and he picks up, I don't know. He puts down the bow and arrow and he picks up the rollerblades. I don't know. He just starts skating backwards. He was not the same dude. If you don't let him intimidate you and step to you, it's over. Hokit has all the wrestling. Hokit has all the fight IQ, all the explosiveness, all the mobility, all the athleticism. Hokit's a much better athlete than Pereira. Pereira looks funny even when he walks around. He has like a weird gait. He walks like gingerly. Like there's nothing that Pereira has that's better than Hokit. I think we should talk about Charles Oliveira soon, huh? Dern can't make opponents out of nothing? Well, dude, you didn't really say that, did you? Melancholy, are you telling me that she can? Are you telling me that she could go to the laboratory and make opponents? She has only fought on top 5 opponent. She has only fought one top 5 opponent and one top 10. That's a bad look for the UFC. See, I agree with you, Melancholy. Listen, I don't like Mackenzie Dern. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. I don't ever want to see her dance again. But I also can't, I know I can't blame her. The UFC is making stupid decisions. Maybe because she's got a bunch of simps and the UFC wants to continue to see her win and keep people watching. So the UFC is making themselves look bad, yes. But Dern, that's out of her control. Yup, Sandor, it's wild, dude. And it's not only that that's happening like as an isolated thing. It's so many more people around the girl that's doing that going, yes, yes, queen. Celebrating it, bro. Shoot. Dang it. Okay, I gotta stop trying to play this game here. Marloka blessing Timana Williams. Tim Anna Williams. Welcome to the family. Thank you, Marloka, for blessing Tim Anna Williams. Or Timana. Welcome. Scope all the stuff on the membership tab. Lots of goodies for you. So, okay, for those of you who don't know, dude, look, Melancholy, I hope you don't know this. I hope you haven't already seen this. Because if you have, and you're not acting like Oliveira is crazy, I don't know where we go from here, dude. So, for those of you who don't know, come on! Y'all have alpaca Peruvian chicken? I love that spot. So glad to be off. How you doing? Wait a minute, that's a place? I can't even, hey man, I'm hungry. You guys want to go to alpaca Peruvian chicken? What the heck? Alpaca Peruvian chicken? Alpaca Peruvian petting zoo? Peruvian chicken. Oh, that does look good. Oh, dude, that looks super healthy, man. There's one called Jerk. Jerk chicken. That looks super healthy. Good for you, bro. Good for you, bro. Treat yourself good, dude. I just had a spicy chicken sandwich earlier with some fried chicken. Very, very bad for me. Very bad for me. Half a bird. That's beautiful, man. Enjoy it. It must feel good to be able to like partake and feed yourself, and it's scrumptious and filling, and know that it's also not terribly unhealthy for you. Wait, that's a thing that people know about? I've never heard of something called jerk chicken. Wait a minute. What is jerk chicken? It's an iconic Jamaican. Why am I going to be eating Jamaican food, bro? It's an iconic Jamaican dish made by marinating chicken in a fiery, warm spice blend and slow cooking it over hot coals. Okay, this is way too fancy, bro. This is like the last meal when you're on death row kind of thing that you're going to ask for. When the heck am I going to be eating slow marinated Jamaican food on fiery, warm spice blends over hot coals? And what the heck, bro? The kind of chicken I eat most of the time is frozen chicken strips that I throw in the microwave, bro. That's the kind of chicken I eat. That makes me the jerk. I'm the jerk when it comes to the chicken. You uncultured swine. Everyone knows that Peruvians make the best Jamaican food. So listen, Melancholy, I don't know if you know this. Charles Oliveira has called out Dustin Gaethje. And he Dino Nuggets, exactly, bro. He wants to fight. Oliveira wants to fight Gaethje, and he's expecting Gaethje to put his bouts, plural, on the line. Oliveira said, hey, Gaethje, I want to fight you. And if you win, you get to take my BMF title, his fake title. He's saying, hey, Gaethje, you know how you were a bridesmaid forever and you always had to be fighting for fake titles because no one was ever going to be able to dethrone Khabib Nurmagomedov, peace be upon him. So you guys always had to be bridesmaids forever. Gaethje, Poirier, Conor McGregor, Oliveira was one of them. And so he says, Gaethje, if you beat me, here you go. Add it to your collection. You can have another fake title. Take the BMF title. And Oliveira says, but also, Gaethje, if I, Oliveira, win, I keep my BMF title and I get your lightweight title. And I get your White House bout. The White House bout. Charles Oliveira is expecting Gaethje to put his White House bout on the line. That's how this dude wants to operate. He wants to play Pogs. That's basically what Oliveira is doing. It's a throwback. He wants to play Pogs. He wants to play for keepsies. He wants to try to earn a title that he had absolutely no possibility, absolutely no path of winning ever himself on any trajectory, on any timeline ever. And he wants to just try to steal it away from someone else. Where's the article that I was reading a little bit ago? I wish I could find the exact one. Hold on. Did I clear my entire search history already? Let me see if I can find it. All right, here it is. They're calling it a shocking gamble. Oliveira, universally recognized as the BMF, told journalist Biagalev why a rematch with Gaethje makes sense if both undisputed gold and BMF were on the line. Now nearly 4 years since the initial Gaethje fight and 14 months since his loss to Tapoeira, Oliveira has clear terms he said he'd like Gaethje to agree to. It's not one bout, nor is it two. It's much bigger than that, he said. There's nowhere to run. And another thing I said, two And the internet went not 2, it's 3. So he's blaming it on the internet. It's the White House, the lightweight, and the BMF, Oliveira said. He wants to fight for all 3 bouts. They're basically trying to be like boxers now. They're trying to act like boxers. What I think is funny is Oliveira capped it off by saying, so, okay, so put all 3 on the line. There's no problem at all. You know why it's no problem for you, Oliveira? Because you did absolutely nothing whatsoever to achieve that for yourself. Let me tell you what this is like. Wait a minute. Someone says it's really not up to Gaethje. How is it not up to Gaethje? Gaethje having the White House bout is like being awarded a performance bonus. That's not something that the UFC could put up for grabs again. It's not like when the UFC said that the BMF title between Masvidal and Diaz was a one and done. And then they're like, we're going to keep doing it more. It's not like that. It's like a fight of the night bonus. It's not. The UFC can't do that. Marroca! Gracias. Gracias. Thank you. So, Nigel, we see eye to eye on this. It feels good to see eye to eye. Moroccan! Making sure to secure that number 13. Thank you, Marroca. Thank you. GM, don't you want higher stakes? Now, I was going to make a joke about food, about beef. And then you beat me to it with your own comment. Let's say that I'm going to talk about the other kind of steaks, though. Here's the interesting thing. I'm somebody that likes the freak show. I like high stakes. Now, if they had something like this to begin with, and this is how, like, if there was some way it was conceptualized that from the start, there was some kind of matchup that was going to have these crazy stakes for whatever reason, cool. But here's what I don't think is cool. I don't think that Oliveira could just take it upon himself to be like, let's fight. First of all, it's not even up to Oliveira to try. It's like he's trying to matchmake for himself. And I know you got to call people out. That's part of the game. It makes sense. But first of all, no one's even saying that he's the one that's going to get it. So that's already presumptuous that he's just going even further than that and talking about the stakes now. But once we get past that point, and now we are talking about the stakes, he's just taking it upon himself to be like, hey, you have this thing, and I want that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in on your behalf, and that's one of the things we're fighting now. In my opinion, that's like if Oliveira challenged Khabib. And he's like, hey, Khabib, I know that you're the GOAT, but I want to fight you. And if I beat you, I'm the GOAT now, okay? Forget everything else and dominance and never even bleeding and, you know, not losing rounds versus I lose rounds all the time and, you know, all that kind of stuff. If I beat you, I'm the GOAT. Just instantaneously, I'm the GOAT now. That's how stupid it is what he's doing. He just like, okay, if you want to put up the BMF and the lightweight title, makes sense. But the White House title, that makes zero sense. Like maybe a closer way. Like I know, like even though I just gave you a perfect, flawless example with the GOAT thing, I understand because there's so many Khabib haters out there, and maybe just it's a little less tangible. Let me give you something that I think is even easier to wrap your beanie around. I think it would be the same as if, you know how like when people win the Ultimate Fighter, they give them like a trophy? That would be like Charles Oliveira saying, hey, Gaethje, you're the Ultimate Fighter, right? Give me your trophy if I win. That's like, what? What do you want? You want my watch too? You want my Jordans? Like, you can't just do that. It doesn't make any sense. It's like those special edition cups at fast food places. You want the Dark Knight Rises cup? That dropped like a decade ago. Kick rocks, vato. That's on my mantle. I'll never part with it. Heck yeah, chicken nuggets. That's the best version of the chicken, huh? That makes even more sense. That Armin fights Oliveira again, and then the winner gets Gaethje. Although I'm very surprised to hear you say that, Melancholy. With you being a Oliveira fan, I'm very surprised that you want to see him take a beating from Sarukian again. Very surprised. I think Abraham Lincoln would act just like Oliveira. Wait, what? How did Abraham Lincoln get thrown back into this? What are we talking about? I remember I mentioned Lincoln earlier because of that illustration where because he was tall and he tells the dude that he'll fight him in a 6-foot pool or something like that. But what? Oh shoot, is the Contender Series already on? Didn't Frank Mir, am I remembering correctly? Didn't he get like a bunch of Botox or something? Oh no. Hey, why does Frank Mir look like Brendan Schaub's alcoholic uncle? Dang. Yeah, he's definitely an issue. I used to be a big Armin fan, but man, he really is hard to be a fan of. He's kind of obnoxious. I've always thought Oliveira and Lincoln have similar aura. What the heck? Kind of worried, Jay. Kind of worried, but that's okay. That's my constant state. I was not the smartest businessman this month. I was not the smartest businessman. How are you, bro? I just can't wait to be in September already and just start over. The team question is, why do Wanderlei and Cyborg look like the same person? I mean, people really hold it against the Dagestanians for, dipping in that same pool, if you know what I'm saying, but nobody goes after anybody else, I guess that makes sense. It's that homemade Botox. Oh my gosh, Nigel. Let me see. This is probably a stupid question. Is Contender Series on Paramount? Okay, here we go. Watch live. Do you guys want to do that or what? Do you guys even watch Contender Series, or am I gonna derail everything? Is that what you guys are into right now? Are you feeling like some commentary? Or are you feeling like Contender Series? Or you guys want to talk about Bears and Gorillas? How are you guys feeling right now? Because I could talk about Bears and Gorillas. Like, I got it in me still. I mean, the Bears and Gorillas content. Oh, this is not good. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Dancing with the Stars. I always think that's Dancing with the Stars. That acronym, they need to do something about that. Dana White Contender Series is very fun. Why not both? Yeah. I'm looking at They're showing the B-roll of somebody right now. I'm alive and the police infected? I'm alive and the police infected. Kill my friend. The excessive force investigators are looking into it. And they don't do that in Florida. So something's about to go down. Oh, shoot. So something's like out of the norm here. I'm alive and the police, in fact, kill my... I'll just say this, Jay. I'll say this. I was catching a little bit of wind of what bits and pieces, and I ended up going back and looking at some of the stream yesterday, and I looked it up, and I saw some of what happened, and it's kind of a fine line for me, because I don't want, I don't know where you're at. Everybody's different. I don't want to just keep feeding into something if somebody just wants to take their mind off something or make it worse or dwell on. I'm just saying I became aware of it, and there's no words, bro. There's no words. If I had a situation like that with the homie, there's nothing that anybody could say, So yeah, all I could say is, just like everyone else, that's awful. I'm sorry. I know it hurts. It's devastating, and I'm gonna just, not act like there's anything I could do about it, or there's no way that I could make it better. So I'm not even gonna pretend. It's just, I'm just sorry, and hopefully the right things from this point happen, and I hope you find ways to have peace and rest and calm, and just know that you're loved and that people care about you, and that you got a place to talk about stuff and to just feel, So I don't want to just, go on and on and make it even more of a, but just, where your homies are at, man. Sorry, man. Commentate the fights where we pick one side to be the bear and the other one to be the gorilla. May the best mammal win. Stay limpio. Were you out of here or what? Yeah, I came back to the stream later, dude, and I saw you talking about it. And I looked it up and I saw a few different videos on it, man. GM, could a more elite athlete from a hyper competitive sport with a huge base of people come into MMA and beat everyone, or you think not? Could a more elite athlete from a hyper competitive sport? So you're talking about like a super athlete from like football? First of all, I think you're trying to trick me now, because you were talking earlier about how I do this all the time. But I'm a little confused about the part where you say with a huge base of people. Like, what does that mean? Like, just like a big roster? Oh, dude, this dude absolutely got destroyed. He absolutely got mercilessly knocked out, man. That was wild. That was wild. That's what they were talking about earlier. Like, once you put a bear on his back, this dude just beat on his chest like a gorilla and then beat that dude in the head. Like, he laid the cadence on his chest and then went ba ba ba. Boom! Square in the face. Put him on the turnbuckle. Just kept socking him as his cheeks were on the canvas already. Boom! I guess blondes don't have more fun. Dang. I think what you're saying, bro, is like, yeah, like someone like Josh Hokett. Like someone from like a elite athlete from a hyper competitive sport like football. Could he come in and beat people? Yeah, I mean, I think so. But see, that's not the example that I was giving earlier. Because I was talking about someone that's just imposing, like a bear. Someone that's just big, and they have the reach, and they have the height, and they have the weight. They have the intimidation, all that kind of stuff, like a Larry Wheels. But it's like, no, it's all about this, dude. It's all about this. Max Bluestein. See, I told you guys earlier, I was trying to let it go. I was willing to let it go. I'm over here like a MMA fan, just trying to watch, just innocently trying to watch Dana White Contender Series, and Max Bluestein's coming out here like a ninja, trying to use non-gorilla bear verbiage, but keeping the same conversation going, trying to trick me. Come on, dude. 35 seconds it took. Wow, man. Also, why is this guy coming in with the hourglass shape? Why is this dude coming in with the hourglass figure with the bleached blonde hair? What the heck? I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? I think that dude needs to hit that garage with that Sam Calavera guy, get his body in order. What the heck, dude? 14, I'm back. How are we only at 14? You keep talking papas about bears, and Beto is gonna put you in a fully clothed rear naked choke. Feeling hugified and swollenated. Let's get this goal, dojo. Listen, I understand. I've thought about this. Even before ARJR brought it up, I've thought about it. And I don't want you to feel disrespected. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm aware of the fact that I've been talking mad papas about bears. But you're different, bro. You're different. You have been domesticated. You have a heart. You have a good heart. You have a good soul. You are a student of the Mexican martial arts. You ain't out there painting your nails like Michael Morales, slamming your snout into rocks trying to fish. You stay home with me and you eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You're taken care of. You're a sweetheart, okay? You look like a bear, but I've been teaching you the way of the gorilla. Let the people know. We are family. 'Cause I got all my homies with me. You're not, when I talk about bear, that's not, you don't fall into that category, bro. Okay? Okay. Sun C's here for the long haul. Heck yeah. Darren Miguel's off of work. He don't have to hide anymore. You got shoulder surgery tomorrow? Whew. All right. I mean, it's for a reason, right? You're going to come out on the other side of it feeling strong again. Get it over with, man. Get it over with. Come out on the other side so you can pump some iron. Max Bluestein, don't lose sleep over this, bro. Okay, I think, so I did give, okay, good. I've never seen a bear fight a gorilla, but I've seen chickens fighting cows. Video incoming. What the heck? We probably will be, Jay. We probably will be. Love you, man. Um, Marroca 16. Um, I agree and think more people from women's sports would win because WMMA isn't as developed. Wait a minute. Are you saying that you think if like WNBA players went into MMA that they would beat up some of the current MMA fighters? Oh, dang. I mean, I get what you're saying, at least compared, like if you're comparing to the men, but just period, like, wow. It's okay, Vero. You're not like the other bears. You're special, bro. That's what I'm trying to get them to understand. Like, I understand that it's in your heritage and it's a part of your culture, but you have been grafted and adopted into the familia. I know that you resemble a bear, but you got the spirit of the gorilla, bro. Don't look at me like that. That's a good thing. I know that some of the DNA within you is fighting that concept, but trust me. Yeah, because I mean, Hogan's a fantastic example. I'm not saying that with everybody. I'm not saying that whatchamacallit. I'm not saying that what's that dude's name? I'm not saying like Tom Brady would go into the UFC and like kick everybody's butt, you know. Wait, what? Sonsi, you're not a fan, bro?
Am I right, Miami?
On your equipment, heck yeah, dude. Good thing I keep it family friendly. I went to the dentist yesterday to get handled. What? And get recommended to get sedation and everything done at once. Wear your seatbelt. Oh, shoot. What the heck? Are you good now, bro? ARJO! Pumping up them numbers! Pumping it up. There's ARJO again! And again! Thank you, dude. Just ba ba ba. But ARJR's in here spraying. A chicken and a cow had a baby, real talk, and it was a milky egg. I hate when Marilena does that. Supposedly that's like a thing you're supposed to do. She likes to put like some milk in the eggs. I think that's nasty, man. It's probably just because I don't like milk, but ooh. Jack the Mock. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Love seeing you here, dude. Thank you. ARJR keeping it blue. Keeping it blue around here. Marloca! My random question at work today. Who do you think would win in a fight? Bear or gorilla? Oh no. Dude, I don't even want to ask. I already know. I just know the populace. I'm aware of who we're dealing with. It just makes the blood boil, man. I already know. It's so funny when I hear Dana White's voice talk about Zuffa boxing. When he's like introducing the guys from each side and talking about the matchup, he talks about it with this enthusiasm that he used to use for UFC fights. It's so weird to hear him talk about Zuffa. It just like further highlights how he does not care about UFC anymore. Only if they had serious 6-month training camp and are better all-around athlete than the person they're fighting. That's fair enough, because that's along the lines of the same stuff I always say. That's fair enough. If that's pretty important if they're already to begin with a better all-around athlete than the person they're fighting. The nail argument is like saying that because some knives are pink and girly looking means a knife is a disadvantage in a fight. I kind of think a knife is a disadvantage in a fight. I'm not even going to lie. Like, as a lifelong martial artist, I feel like a knife is a disadvantage. Like, if a dude rolled up on me with a knife, I'll be like, like, because that's a knife is totally different than a gun. Totally different. Now, if you have a knife and you're like Danny Inosanto or something, okay, that's a different story. But if you have a knife, if you're in a fight and you got a knife, this is essentially all you have. It's a mindset. If you're the type of individual that is so inadequate and insecure of your own capabilities that you had to come to the fight with a knife, and this is you, this is all you have. Because unless you're in some kind of a movie and there's choreography, there's not going to be someone that's holding a knife and they're also like, ha-pa, ha-pa. Like, that's not going to happen. They're not going to be throwing question mark kicks. They're not going to go like this and grapple. This is all they have. If you don't have a knife, you have everything. You have everything at your disposal. You're using everything. You're using your feet. You're using your knees, your shins, your fists, your elbows. You're using everything. If you have a knife, this is your only weapon. It's a mindset. So, I mean, I think a knife is a disadvantage in a fight. Now, if you are a bad person and you have a knife and you're trying to rob someone, if you're trying to rob an old lady, if you come up behind some unwitting person with a knife and you go like that, different story. But if you're squaring up and someone goes, you have one weapon now. You're limited. Especially if that other person knows how to fight. So, I mean, I don't consider the nails of a bear to be threatening unless the gorilla's going like this. Hit me. Go ahead. I'm on probation. Get the first hit. You get the first hit. We got flock cameras. I don't want them to see in court that I threw the first punch. Go ahead. Unless the bear's doing that. I love going to the dentist, man. I love it. I remember one time they even drilled the heck out of one of my teeth, and I was like, I love it, man. It was like a massage or something. I loved it. Mo said gorilla. Heck yeah. Ooh. Heck yeah. Ooh. I've never even heard of a double yolk. That's a thing? Oh shoot. Dana Zufa is weird for sure. Yeah, he's a whole different dude. I have it on right now. I'm watching the dude come into the cage right now. ARJR! Videos in your inbox. It's hilarious. Man, these hiccups are insane. What the heck? Oh my gosh, my phone is glitching. All right, hold on.
I'm outside of Chick-fil-A and Cow.
Hold on.
More chicken sign up. Dude, are those two chickens?
I did not expect those other cows to come out. And all the feathers flying all over the place. And there's more chickens. Oh, shoot. Okay. There's a fight with some cows and chickens. They're having a rumble outside of Chick-fil-A. World star. Dang, that was that was good, dude. When those cows came out, that was funny. That was funny. See, that's exactly what I want to see with the bears and the gorillas, man. That's what I want to see with the bears and gorillas. I'm starting to feel like it's possible. Melancholy. I'm saying the safe word. Porcupine. Me and Melancholy established this a long time ago. Melancholy, porcupine. Okay? Porcupine. This is not a bit. I am committed to this. This is not a bit, bro. GM, I just wanted you to know that I didn't dip on you. I've been sick the last couple of days, so I missed yesterday's stream. But I'm here today, mostly listening. I want you to know that I have noticed your absence. But I want to express it in a way that's like, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. You crossed my beanie the other day. But, the way I think about it is like, you know what? People, there's ebbs and flows. People have lives. Things happen. People get busy. I totally get it. People have work, families. I completely get it. So just know that you're loved in the community. And when you're not here, people notice and miss you. But also, I understand. So I'm glad to know that you're around here still. I hope you're on the other side of it, the better side of it now. Fully recovering. I beat a guy with a knife. I have scars to prove it. Even though I couldn't apply Darce or rear naked, he still scored. He still scored. Yeah, I just had it handy, Angel. I need to stop getting so distracted in the chat because these fights are actually super good. You know what these fights are reminding me of so far? These fights on the Contender Series seem more like the UFC 1 fights, like the old days, than the current UFC. Because it seems like we get more mismatches and more brutal beatings in Contender Series. Like, this dude looks like Nate Diaz right now. Oh, my gosh. This dude is punching him, and literally every time he punches him, it's like a paintball gun. Every time he punches him, blood splattering out of this dude's head. It's crazy. You were out there like looking for Bigfoot, Damon? Wow. Yeah, and there's only so many things that people could do with a knife. Like I said, unless they're like a Danny Inosanto type and they're just sticking it. Like if a dude's sticking you, that's a lot more dangerous. If a dude's going like this, if he's going like this with a knife, then they probably don't know what they're doing. That's like the equivalent of a dude just throwing haymakers and rock'em sock'em with you. If they're going like this with a knife, then all you gotta do is judge and time the swing. And if they're doing this, that's a lot different, which there's also ways to work with that. But it is more dangerous. Where are we at? Enough bear versus gorilla. We all know the real fight is hippo versus gorilla. Coffeepotamus. The hippo's unmatched. Perspicacity? What the heck? Perspicacity coupled with sheer indefatigability makes it a feared opponent. Hey, you know what? And I know this is going to make some people upset. I think a hippo is a more formidable opponent than a bear. I'm going to be honest with you. Would anybody have the nerve to disagree with that? Do you guys know how ferocious hippos are? Those things are like gruesome. Those things are like evil. Like you play dead and a bear will leave you alone. A hippo will like kick a man while he's down, you know? Wait, what? Or to kiss from a rose on the stream. La la la, like gorilla beats bears. It's like when Joshua Fabio was chasing Diego Sanchez with a knife to train him. Yeah, just all comical looking. It's kind of hard to see this, man. Because you're watching some dudes here, their dreams just getting absolutely crushed. When you're watching like UFC fights, you know, they go on, they move around in the ranks, they come back, do it again. These guys, like some of them, their dreams are just shattered right here. Darren Miguel! What helps out the channel more? My dumb questions / comments? Or donating memberships to all the non-believers? The non-believers. Shoot, man. I'm just thankful I'm thankful when people are even here, dude. I know that there's people in tough situations and you know, I'm just thankful for their presence. Not, you know, not PRESENT S like isn't like as in a gift. I don't mean like that. But if you're asking me, I mean, cuz I honestly, I think YouTube treats it 100% the same. I think if you do a $5 super chat versus a $5 gifted membership, I'm almost positive it's identical. Like I think they take the same percentage either way. If it's the same amount. So it's all good, man. It's all good. I don't know why I feel like let me see this interview. This guy's kind of crazy. He's kind of amped up. What weight class is he? What weight class is this dude talking? It's it's crazy because he was trying to act all hard right now, and then he's like, "Oh, that was nice. I didn't think it was gonna land like that." 170. Dana's over there eating a chicken sandwich. The people love this guy. He seems like a super cool guy. He seems like he's a nice guy, but then he had to turn it on for the promo, and then like when it's over, he's like a nice guy again. Um, what the heck? Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry, I got distracted, man. So Darren, I think it's the same, bro. I'm almost positive it's the same. I thank you. It's cool when people when it's like a comment or a question because it gives me something to engage with. But then it's also cool when someone gets blessed with the membership because then they get to dig behind into the membership tab and discover stuff there. So, I mean, it's good all around, dude. Um, Shoot. Wait, Damon, are you like a wilderness man or something like that? Are you like a Bigfoot chaser? Interesting. So we got some hippo lovers in here. Hip hop. We got the hip hop anonymous group in here. A hippo will beat a building. Shoot, man. Look, I'm from what I've seen from my peripheral so far, because I put on the Contender Series, but I've been super distracted so far. But the last couple fights I saw, it's like, dude, it seems even more exciting than most like of the weekend events. It's like, dude, last week's you're saying was even better? Thank you, Jessica. Yes, please don't forget that hitting the like button goes a long way. A long way. Talking about rojo hearts, ruby red hearts. There's no place like home with the ruby red hearts. Thank you, Tom Bout. Gracias, Tom Bout. No way. Dana stole the Contender Series from Sylvester Stallone? Is that common knowledge? If y'all remember, I was attacked with a knife a couple years ago, only lived because I tripped backwards over a root or rock as he lunged at my throat with multiple rapid thrusts. No Diddy. Oh my gosh. Oh, and he kicked your dog? What the heck was wrong with this dude? What was happening? I mean, especially the fact that he felt like he had to kick your dog. What was wrong with it, Matt? I used to be a mountain man. Oh, that's so cool, dude. Oh my. The deepest river gorge in North America. Oh, shoot. That's super cool, bro. Did you ever see like the Nephilim bones buried in the mountains or anything? Anybody seen Jessica? Anybody? I'm gonna keep asking till somebody seen Jessica. Bro, my girlfriend's from a town that's got all the Bigfoot lore. Even made a movie about it. Sure, man. Where there's smoke, there's fire, you know? Dang. I'm actually going to try to pay attention to this fight right here. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to be locked into this one. Do I have any objections? Ooh, I just saw an email. And I'll solidify later. But let me say this. That actually might be perfect. That's kind of hilarious because I kind of received some information earlier today that I thought was going to make that complicated anyway. So that's pretty funny. But I will lock that in later. Look to your left. Look behind you. Damon says, Marloka! Marloka! Are you kidding me? Ha, she got me. Well. So we got Sean Clancy Jr., former Cage Warriors interim welterweight champion. Bellato versus Clancy Jr. Stallone is an underrated genius of the generations. I love Stallone, man. He's a big inspiration. This this dude said, apparently he said, I need that contract. So I'm going to violate this dude in any way possible. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, no. I guess his dad's dude. I mean, it's hard for me. Like, how many of you guys are watching this right now? How many of you guys are watching the exact same thing? Put a 1 in the chat, please, if you're watching the Contender Series with me. I'd like to know if I need to tell you, like, word for word, literally everything that's happening, or if I could just, like, kind of talk in the background here and there. Because I don't want to tell you exactly what's happening. You're like, well, yeah, bro, I'm watching it. ARJR halfway there in 28 minutes to go. Let's go. I think, you know, it's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. Maybe a little bold on a Tuesday Maybe I was a little bold on a Tuesday. It's okay. It's okay. ARJR! Thank you, dude. Keeping it blue. Keeping it real blue around here. Thank you, ARJR. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. So I'm seeing some 1s. Okay. Max Bluestein keeping it green. Mean Green Bluestein. Thank you, bro. Thank you, dude. I don't know. Like, the mom looked like extra Asian. You know, like full-blown Asian. The other dude maybe was half? Dude, I don't know who I think I want the guy in the red to win, but I don't know, man. I could kind of relate with the guy in the blue shorts because he was talking about how desperate he was to get a contract and solidify this career, and he was willing to do anything to violate this man to get it going because, you know, I've been needing to get my career off the ground so much so that I've been considering violating men if need be. So it's like, or sometimes you even consider if it's worth allowing people to violate you, you know, but it depends on, like, the industry that you're in. But then I don't know. And then I see this other guy's story, and then you see his dad, and it's like, oh, shoot, man. ARJR! Thank you, ARJR. He's forming his own band. He's forming a solo project, the Blue Man guy. The Blue Man group, but it's only one man. Marloca! Thank you so much for the love and support and the consistency. Thank you, Marloca. So for those of you that don't know, the dude in the red trunks right now, apparently his dad was a professional boxer. He comes from a family of fighters. And then it cut to his mom and dad. And the dad was like in a chair, like one of the what do they call, like a scooter? It was one of the ones that's like powered. I guess he's paralyzed now. And it's crazy, man, because he was a professional boxer. And they said he's paralyzed because of a trampoline accident, a random trampoline accident. That's so heartbreaking, man. He's probably in there trying to have some family fun, play with the kids or something, and he gets paralyzed. That's so messed up. ARJR! We got 50 Shades of Blue in the chat. Marloca responds to ARJR, and ARJR says, I'm a contender. I'm a contender. Coming back with the counter blue. Thank you, ARJR. Thank you, Marloca. The chairman of the board. Bolero trying to stay explosive, trying to keep it forward. Trying not to get backed into a corner. ARJR smurfing it up. Darren Miguel, yo, let me get in on this. I'm watching. Hey, I'm watching here. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Marloca. And just like that, anything is possible. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. So Darren Miguel seen this fight. Yeah, the dude in blue, They don't look like they're in the same weight class, but yeah, I think I'm rooting for Bolero, man. I just want to see them have a victory, man. They pulled on my beanie strings. Trampolines are so dangerous. One bent my neck until I squeaked an unnatural sound. Oh, I remember we used to have one, and I would like Jesse Jr. loved it. And I would just always be so... I mean, it had the net and everything. Like, I'm super paranoid. There's no way I would ever let my kids be on a trampoline with no net. But still, man, I just always felt like the thing was going to bust from the bottom or something. It's scary. Come on, Bolero. Flying knee to the face, bro. This dude, Clancy, his shorts have been falling down since he walked out. Ever since he was about to get lubed up, you can see that his shorts are falling all over the place. I think this is one of those situations where, like, maybe, I don't know if he came to the venue and forgot his shorts, or they made him use obviously they make him use like the company shorts or something like that, and they gave, like, he didn't tie him right. They're like sagging from the back so bad. He has to keep pulling up his shorts. He looks like Poirier. Ooh. Clancy missed the leg kick, but then socked that guy in the face. You got to do something, Bolero. You got to just throw it all to the wing, Gaethje style, bro. You got to explode on him. This ain't a 5-rounder, bro. Come on, don't be high-fiving. You guys are on the Contender Series. Dana White is looking for a fight. Dana White was just letting one of his top contenders, one of the top faces in the sport, have it. He's just tearing apart Ian Gary because he's high-fiving dudes. And you guys are doing it on the Contender Series when you don't even have a contract yet? When you're trying to show him your killer instinct, you guys are high-fiving? Come on, man. ARJR says, Darren, the more, the merrier. It's a group effort. It takes a village. ARJR says, let's go! Marroca! Marroca says, I ain't got to say nothing. You forgot about I'm silent but deadly? Force squeaking is a hilarious sound, though. ARJR, Hutch, better get that tip ready. No homo. I don't know if this goes with us. He might be out there slanging right now. I meant tip, still no homo. Marloca says, Puro Dojo love! Puro Dojo love, let's go! Thank you, Marloca. Thank you, party time, party time. ARJR keeping it blue. Another shade of blue. Darren Miguel says, add him up. Add him up. Add him up. You guys are insane. You guys are insane. Clancy goes for the takedown. Bolero embraces it. Gets him in a headlock. But he's on his back looking up at the clock. He's like, bro, my dad was a boxer. He taught me how to throw hands. I don't want to be on my back. Marloca showing heart. Quite literally. Showing heart in the chat. Thank you, Marloca. Dangerously close. They said it couldn't be done. I said it couldn't be done, frankly. I'm going to be honest. I said it couldn't be done. Bolero is on his back and he's holding on to the right leg of Clancy Jr. for dear life. Marloca turned it green. We got a metamorphosis on our hands. Marloca just went and turned the game green on us. Marloca just went chile verde on us. Darren Miguel, can we get a prediction for these dudes? You know what? Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to say Clancy Jr. I really want Bolero to win. but I'm going to say Clancy Jr. I don't understand it because being that he has the opportunity that he's having right now, Boleto appears to have the killer instinct of Ian Gary. I don't get it. If he ends up knocking out this guy in the last 2 seconds, I'll be happy. But it looks like this guy has no killer instinct and he just wasn't ready to come in here and violate the dude the way that this dude was prepared to. So I got to go with Clancy Jr. ARGO! We reached the goal. We reached the goal. And now Clancy Jr. sitting in the rear naked. Oh, he lost it already.
I might hit the 3-wheel motion, cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
You guys are amazing. I did not think that we were going to make it this far. Sometimes you could kind of tell by the pacing. Sometimes I'll be 30 minutes in and I'll be like, oh, we're not going to get there today. That's fine. We were a little ambitious and that's okay. Me, I don't know why I'm speaking for you. And then you guys surprise me. And you go full-blown unorthodox and everyone comes out the woodwork and you figure out a way to make it happen. And I want to say thank you. And yeah. You guys, yeah. You always come through at times when I'm terrified and it feels like it's not going to go well and I don't know what's going to happen and then I'm like, "Oh, why did I worry?" This community is amazing. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I could only show up and be on this camera and talking to the microphone. I can't, magically make it make sense on paper. And then you guys come through and do that and show so much love and that, you might actually like me doing this on a regular basis and that I should keep doing it. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for making it possible. Thank you for allowing me to get into the month of September. Thank you for supporting the Mexican Martial Arts Telethon. Thank you very, very much.
Am I right, Miami?
And Clancy Jr. did get the finish, and I feel absolutely terrible for, what's his name, Ballerina? They took the names away. I forgot his name. And his family. His poor dad's just sitting there like, But this dude just didn't bring the ferocity, man. Marloca post-goal. I think it's important for you guys to understand that we're talking about a post-goal. Marloca, we're talking about PG. PG Marloca. Nigel, shoot, it's already Tuesday, huh? I'm a little hesitant. I'm almost positive. I'll say right now, and I'll say I'm almost positive. I won't say 100%, it's set in stone. I'm almost positive that movie night's going to be Thursday evening. But still as early as possible. Like if it's completely within my control, we're starting movie night on Thursday, like 4:30 p.m. my time. It's just because of school being back in action and the kids being very active in sports and homework and this and that. It's getting more and more difficult for me to do things like that so deep into the night on a weekday. So like 4:30 p.m. PST, as close to there as possible would be perfect for me. But I'm almost positive it's gonna be Thursday. Bro, see, I try not to get my feelings hurt, all right? I try not to get my feelings hurt about it But I'm telling you, sometimes you come at me, Jay. Sometimes you come at me and I don't understand it. I'm over here just catching strays all the time. I don't understand it. I don't understand why I'm taking this abuse, bro. I'm thankful. I'm telling the people I'm thankful. I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. We ain't gonna make it. And I get it. Times are hard. And then we make it and I'm thankful. And I'm catching strays out here. You know what? It's not even strays. I'm getting sniped out here. I'm getting sniped, bro. I'm still getting sniped. Now he's clowning on me. What did I ever do? Come on, bro. I'm a punching bag over here. It's getting so hot in here, man. I'm gonna get some ice. Oh, interesting. Interesting. What the heck? Yeah. You trying to get me in that Stockholm syndrome, Jay? You trying to do me like Anthony Smith? I don't even know why I'm saying that. I stand with Anthony Smith. He was framed. Oh, what the? What the? What the? Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, for real?
My flow goes deep like the ocean.
Aziz Aziz is in the PayPal. 50 big ones. 5-0. 5-0 from Aziz. What is going on?
Amazing.
Man. Aziz, you've been very generous lately. I would not, I would think that someone that's been as generous as you would have like some kind of little breathing room or something like that. But you've just been like, no, I'm here again. I'm here again, bro. Thank you, dude. Heck yeah, Aziz. Wait, are you talking about... Wait, who are you talking about? Because I don't know when you joined in. I don't know if you're talking about the people here or I don't know if you're talking about the fighters. But I agree with you either way, Aziz. Thank you so much, dude. Legend, bro. Oh, the people. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, dude. It's just... Like it's always a tricky dance for me. It's the same thing like when people leave a certain chat in here. Sometimes something I'll read something and I'll go off and riff on it for like 30 minutes. Because people will say something so engaging or funny or interesting that I can't help but just keep talking about it. But then at the same time, it's like, should I not talk about it that much? Should I just stay back and forth in the chat so that I don't get lost in the chat? It's the same thing when people are generous. It's like, bro, I could talk about it all day, how much appreciation I have for these people literally helping me to do what I'm aspiring to do. And literally the only people that are making it possible. And I'm shocked by it, man. I just want to keep telling them thank you. And they keep amazing me day after day, even when it doesn't look possible. It's like I always get like these last second victories. Like, you know, if I was like in the 5th round with like 10 seconds left. And then it's like out of nowhere when I was just getting beat up the whole fight, these people come through and save me. And yeah, it amazes me too, man. It amazes me too. And bro, you're one of them, dude. You're definitely one of them. Thank you, man. Thank you, Aziz. If you don't live in Florida, I don't want to hear about the heat. I hear over in California where GM is, it's always 72. How dare you, bro? I don't live in Santa Monica. I don't live in San Diego. Dude, I was in San Diego recently because of Jesse Jr.'s tournament. And there was literally, they sent out a heat advisory because it was 80. 80. San Diego put out a heat advisory when it was 80 degrees. Where I live, when it's 80, people have to put on a jacket. Because it's always like, there used to be like 110 out here. Dude, I don't live in the part of California that's 72 degrees, bro. That's crazy. You playing with me now. Now you playing with me. But yes, you have us beat on the humidity. That is true. Oh, that's the wrong one.
We are family.
Girls love Zoot.
Cause I got all my homies.
Oh, you got that Zoot suit or what? You got that Laura Stanko's the Zoot suit? Or wait, does that say Zoo T? Girls love Zoo T. Now I'm confused. Wait a minute. I couldn't see the thumbnail because... Oh, you are a girl. I thought you were saying like girls love me. Like I got the Zoot suit. But you are a girl. I'm very confused now. But girls love Zoo T. Welcome. I hope you scoped the membership tab. Lots of goodies in there for you. Not accessible to the general public. Thank you, ARJR, for doing it. Wait, what do you mean, Damon? Why do you think people are going to laugh at you? Oh, dude. I'm miserable. If the weather is above, like it's different in a house. If I'm in a house, I don't ever want the temperature to be below like 68 degrees. 68 is the cutoff. If it goes above 68, I'm sweating. But it's different outdoors because you could get a breeze and stuff. Outdoors, I mean, you know, I take that back. I was going to say 75, I'm okay. If it goes above 70, I'm sweating. 80 and 90, dude, I'm miserable. I'm panting. Yeah, it was crazy, Jay. It was pathetic. We were all laughing because there was a bunch of us from the part of California where we live. And we all, as a group, went to San Diego. And we're like, what the heck? They think 80's hot? 104 in Desert, Texas. Shoot. Yeah, dude, literally where I'm at right now, it's 103. It's literally 103 right now. Let me see if that's even the high for today. Yeah, that's was it higher earlier? No, that's the height today, 103. Yo. ARG, or I don't know much. I don't know much, but I know I will love you. That may be all you need to know. I'm going to be honest, the melody kind of fades out for me after that. I only know that funny part. I don't know much. How come this dude looks like he's wearing his lady's hoodie to bed and he doesn't have any chonies on? That looks funny. Thank you, ARJR. That may be all you... Oh, my gosh. Listen. I'm going to have to come right back because of a couple different things. And I understand that it's unfortunate. I'm waiting for the cable guy to show up. I just heard Bisping say that he saw the tap. Is that true? Oh, he passed out. He fell asleep. Dude, it's like there's more finishes and they're faster in the Contender Series. So Bisping was right. The dude did tap and then he just fell asleep. Damon, you could never be too ADHD for movie night. Some say that I'm too ADHD for movie night. As a matter of fact, Jay Smith is always getting frustrated with me because of how much I pause and talk during the movie. Are they going to show the tap right here? Oh, he did tap. Wait. Oh, that's a different tap. That was way different. I wanted to see the one that Bisping thought he saw, and then they said it wasn't. The refs let them go on in the Contender Series? Is that what you're saying? You know what's it's kind of corny? but whatever. Like, I don't. It's a fine line because when I do stuff like this, I have to talk about stuff. Have you ever seen like a kick stream or like Twitch, and there's gamers and they're doing gameplay, and this is literally what their whole stream looks like. If you're watching the actual person behind the camera, this is what the whole live stream looks like. That's all they're doing. It's like, are you serious, bro? You got to have a lot of nerve to expect people to watch this. And it's like, that's basically what I feel like I'm doing. That's what I feel like I'm doing if I'm not just like really observing everything and letting you know, what about this? And how come that? And look at this. And have you noticed this? And take a look at that. Like, I feel like I have to do that. So maybe sometimes it feels like I'm picking on things that you guys are like, man, why you gotta give that thing a hard time? Or why you have a problem with this? And it's like, I'm searching for stuff to make conversation. I have to do that. And one of the things that I notice all the time is it seems like the people at the commentary booth, and this is probably stuff that you're going to be like, well, yeah, duh, we've all seen that forever. It seems like the people at the commentary booth, like they really ham it up. Like they are emoting way more and like harder than they really need to. And I think maybe they feel like they have to do that because it's like their job and they have to like really sell it. You ain't gonna sell it. You ain't gonna sell it. Like they feel like they really have to do that because they know they're on camera and they know who they work for and they know they have to put on that kind of a show, and they know that, you know, if they're not even getting excited about it, how's anybody else gonna get excited about it? And they really got, you know, it makes sense to me, I guess. But you know what it reminded me of? It was pretty recently. Let me try to find this here. I mean, I know I could just give you like the gist of it, but I really want to take a look at it because someone actually said something to me the other day. And I thought it was kind of annoying, but I got it. And I know why they're saying that because of how other people. Oh, shoot. I don't even know if I remember what stream it is anymore. Somebody said, someone left me a comment. So I did a live stream, and it was for an event. So it wasn't like I was just talking about, it wasn't a weekday stream where I was just talking about some stuff that was going on in the MMA news and whatever. It was an actual event. I was watching people fight. And someone after the event that night, or maybe it was the next morning, I don't know, they said, Grandmaster, you gotta show more emotion to the big moments. That's how you hop back on the algorithm these days. And that troubled me greatly. Because, wait a minute, I just noticed, I went back to this old stream and the chat is playing. You know how like when you go to an old live, it replays the chat for you? There's someone in the chat named The Real Mexican Martial Artist. I never even saw that. So anyway, there was somebody in the chat or in a comment that was like, bro, you need to like basically saying you need to ham it up more. You need to react more, and that's how you'll get in that. And I knew what they were saying because I see clips of other MMA YouTubers pop up, and like let's say a big moment happens, like a knockout or submission, and they'll react to it as if, you know, they were very intentionally thinking, I'm gonna make a clip out of this and trying to really make it a moment, and it feels so artificial and planned and contrived, and I feel like that's gross. And I feel like I could see right through that. And if I could, I feel like a lot of other people could. And yeah, I don't know. Every time I see the commentators, it's like, bro, you're watching dudes trying to basically kill each other for a contract. You just had this dude saying, I'm going to do anything I can to violate this dude in the most obscene ways to get this contract. I really need this contract. So you're really sitting there that close to the action, and you're so shocked when someone gets choked out. You're like, oh, like, what do you think was going to happen? That's like if you go to a basketball game and someone scores, you're like, oh my gosh, like, you know what's going to happen, dude. We see it fight after fight after fight after fight. So it seems so fake and forced. So I don't know. It just kind of weird when I see it every once in a while. I don't talk about it a lot, but when I see it, it just kind of feels dirty. It feels fake. It feels like they're putting it on. It feels performative, and like I definitely don't want to do that. Oh yeah, this is the GOAT translator. Everybody loves this guy. We have not watched the other guys for movie night. Aziz, I saw the other guys probably like the year it came out on Blu-ray. I feel like that's a movie that I got from like, I remember I had like this era where like me and Marilena would get like Redbox movies like all the time. Remember when Redbox was a thing? And I'm almost positive that was one of our Redbox rentals. So I must have seen it years ago. I liked it a lot. It was funny. 122? Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. I came back. My husband set up a spinning chair for our kid. He's spinning at 100 miles per hour. It's like sitting next to a fan on full blast. He's just cooling you now. Dude, even hearing that makes me queasy. I get the worst. I get the worst motion sickness, man. I can't do roller coasters or anything. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal, man. I had to stop doing my katas and my forms and stuff like that because I would move with such fast and crisp technique. I would make myself motion sickness. It's really that bad. I don't respect that people try to oversell a reaction. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I think that's just like super young. It must have been like a kid or something. I don't get that. It's so obvious when people do that. I like to fake the over embellishments to make sure you know it's fake. Oh yeah, like Shawn Michaels when he oversells the finishers. Yeah, basically, right? Real Brian. Yeah. Because I think Netflix was doing it first, weren't they? Because I remember my parents were doing that, bro. They're literally like the envelope. I remember I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is this? Like from the future. There was like envelopes and you'd mail it back. And I'm like, what the heck? You got like a pen pal kind of like borrowing like movies from the home. And then I think after that Redbox came out. But yeah, it was like the same era. It was the Metamorphosis. Hey, Jay Smith, doesn't this dude right here remind you of what's his name? The dude that like rocks and he's on SNL now? The dude from Kill Tony. What the heck was his name? I can't remember his name now. Shoot, man. Oh yeah. I'll get dizzy just from watching other people like that, Miss Chuck Almighty. I'm trying to make it before your bedtime, Jessica. But by the way, you know, if I say 4:30, it's gonna end up being like 6:30. But I'm trying to make it before your bedtime. Cam Patterson, that's who I was trying to think of. Jay. And if he does, I will never mess that up. I promise, Frank Mir, I would never treat her bad. Keep your fingers crossed, bro. Is that dude with Laura Stanko and Bisping, is he like the staple Contender Series dude? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to look like a casual. I never watch Contender Series. So I don't know who the heck that Derek Jeter looking fool is. Is that Derek Jeter? I'm almost positive it's going to be Thursday evening. Legendary Gnome. We're trying to do it around lunchtime. Let's see. Oh dang, is this already the last fight? Balamir is the headliner just because of her dad? Oh, dang. She looks like she was... Was that the open weight class or what? She was fighting someone that looked way bigger. She's trying to. She wants to. Kong vs. Godzilla. Bro, I know it would sway the narrative, and I'm not trying to do that to you guys. I know if we watch Kong vs. Godzilla, it would open up the eyes of the people. And I don't want to, I'm not trying to use manipulation tactics, but I mean, we can. Oh, I love that. That's one of the, oh, dude, that's a classic, Donado. I don't know, dude. People probably got like families and stuff. Legendary Gnome, I'm shooting for maybe around 4:30 my time, 4:30 PST, but you already know how that goes. So it's very difficult for me to go too late into the weekdays. So I'm just trying to start earlier than usual. They're setting up a carnival near the house, funnel cake and caramel. Oh, dude, I used to hate funnel cake. I didn't get it, and then I flip flopped, and now I love it. And now I'm jealous. Wait a minute. That's not that bad, huh? Yeah, pretty much. Actually, pretty much legendary. No. Jay. He definitely. He was chasing that paper, which, man, I don't know. I guess it's hard to blame them, you know, because it's like, why do you get into it? Why do you get into show business? Hey, Cam Patterson, why did you get into show business? Why did you get into comedy? Why did you get into being an entertainer? To make money? So it's like, if they offer him a bunch of money, you know? And then he's already been in a movie. At least one. He might have, I think I heard him mention another one. So now he's in movies. I mean, it's hard to blame him, man. I get it. Yeah, I don't know who he is, dude. I've never seen that guy before. The funnel cake with the whatchamacallit, like whipped cream and just a bunch of strawberries and strawberry, what is it, the strawberry juice? What is it? It's like some kind of, like, what do they put like on strawberry cheesecake where it's not like, it's like a paste or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like the stuff that you layer over the whole thing. It's like some kind of juice. It's like red. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. Is that a good way to describe it, Angel? I feel like this girl's going to get her butt kicked. Look at her. She looks like a Nickelodeon kid. I think she's going to get her butt kicked. And she looks soft. Oh, her poor family. Oh, no. I don't know, man. I want some fried dough now. Now I'm hungry again. Same here, bro. Dude, homeboy was banking, working for Tony Hinchcliffe. He went out and bought an old school hot rod for almost 100 G's. People make so... You know, see that too, man. You know what I think it is? Look, they didn't come out and, like, tell a whole, like, behind the scenes story. So I guess all we could do is guess. My guess would be, because you're right. You are right. Because, like, Hans Kim and Dedrick, he's always talking about money. I got stupid money. I'm rich. I got all this money. So they do make the money. That's for sure. You're right about that. What I think it was Cam maybe wanted to be an actor. Like, I always people have come in over the decade and be like, bro, you should try stand-up. You should try doing this. And I'm like, heck no, I would never want to be a stand-up. It just doesn't appeal to me. Actor, I'll do that yesterday. I'll put in my application yesterday. Let's act. So maybe Cam's like, bro, I want to be an actor. Just like a lot, like even Tony Hinchcliffe. Did you know that, Jay? He wanted to be an actor. He's like, I'm not trying to diss him, but like, he might even say of himself that he's a failed actor. And like I've seen different videos and documentaries and stuff. He was trying to be an actor. And a lot of comedians, they fall back on it. Like Tom Segura, he wanted to be an actor. He was chasing acting. And he's like, oh, I guess I'll do comedy in the meantime. I think it was the same thing with Bert Kreischer. Like a lot of people that you know that are stand-ups, they wanted to be actors. But it's hard, like, to crack in there and you have to play the game and all the politics and Hollywood. But it's easy. Oh, you just need a microphone and go on tour, make some dates to be a comedian. So that's easy. But a lot of the people want to be actors. So maybe Cam was like, I guess I'm making money with Tony, but I want to act. I want to be in movies. So maybe it was just that excitement of just being able to live that life. Because I've been able to be in a couple little bitsy, teeny, weeny little things. And it's fun, dude. It's fun being on set. And I want to do more. It's so much easier. It's so much funner. Let's do another take. Okay, stop, record. Let's stop again. Let's eat a donut. Okay, take, record, do it again. But then when you're live and that's scary, man. It's just, and you're traveling all the time. You're never home. I think especially if Cam was making that stupid money, he's like, bro, I already made a bunch of money. I'm set. Now I get to act on top of that? Okay, the fight's going right now. Mir's landing some shots already. But as the commentators are saying, she appears to be unfazed. So, I mean, you could say it's not a good sign that she's getting teed off on by Mir. But it's also maybe not a good sign for Mir. Like, oh, snap. She is taking all of these shots to the dome with no issue. Now, the question is, can Mir take them? They're still on their feet, and Mir's taking a couple jabs to the face. Mir better watch out keeping that hand too low in case this girl with the long legs wants to kick her in the dome. She's keeping that left foot back like she's getting ready to swing it up at her dome any second if she doesn't pick that hand up. She's also keeping that long legs could be her detriment if Mir actually ever decides to go for a single leg. Her right leg that is just like so far out there. If she just throws a good, oh, there it goes. She's wrapping around her. Wait, did that girl put her hand in the cage? Mir's trying to get her down, but she missed that first one. This girl has long legs. A lot of referees wanted to be fighters. Yeah, people end up. Some people that are YouTubers wanted to be actors. You know. Mir's fighting for the takedown. It kind of looks like Makhachev fighting long Ian Gary for a takedown. Oh, no, yeah. I mean, like, you definitely, yeah. I'm saying if you're funny, if you're talented, if you're equipped, if you have jokes, if you're confident, if you have stage presence, all that kind of stuff. It's easier to just up and be like, all right, I'm just going to make dates and go on tour and open for some people. I'm just saying, like, if you're someone like Cam Patterson, it's easy to just go and open for Tony and go on tour with Tony than to get in movies, you know? But yeah, to just, if someone in the chat right here was like, oh, I'm just going to be a comedian tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to say that that's easy. It's still hard. Both of them are hard, yeah. I'm just saying it's harder to be in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio than it is to go on stage and tell jokes, you know? Mir is against the cage right now. Apocada, what the heck is Avocado? What's her name? Avocado is definitely using her size against Mir right now and her leverage. It kind of looks like she's giving Mir a look that she's never had before just because of that raw size. She's just weighing it on her. I mean, she's already discolored the eye of Avocado. The right eye of Avocado is like really, really red. Max Bluestein. I'm taking it easy, bro. I gotta stay fair and balanced. Dude, hey, you are what you eat, ARJR. You are what you eat. Anything is possible, bro. Avocado with the leg kick. For real, I thought that Mir was going to be so grappling dominant that she was basically going to be like, boop, and then go for the takedown and then just smother her. I thought she was going to throw out like an easy baby feint and just take her down. I mean, there she is. She's finally grabbed onto the leg, but this girl she has evaded her so far. They're on the cage right now. Mir still has the left leg, but I don't know if her legs are long enough to trip that long leg of Avocado. There she goes. She tripped her down. She's taking the back. Man, Avocado is staying so composed. That's funny. Bisping starts talking about the composure right after I said that. Am I in your ear, Bisping? Yeah, that composure will take you a long way, man. Other people will freak out, can't even breathe right, get overwhelmed. Dude, Avocado still wanted to go after the round was over. She's vicious. Hey, did that round go to Avocado? I think it might have. Marroca! Marroca! After talking about the viciousness, the absolute viciousness of the gorillas, talking about the brawn and size of a bear, talking about the ferocity and mercilessness of the hippopotamus. It is so refreshing to see this beautiful, fluffy, loving little fox showing this immense heart. Thank you, Mar Loca, for bringing this mascot once again into our lives. Thank you. Wasn't there a Simpsons joke where they were doing the Oscar Mayer song and it just kept like going and going and going with like a long word? I can't remember what it was. It was like, it's S-I-V-Y-D-Y-R-D. I thought it just kept. Was that a Simpsons thing or am I thinking of something else? I'm currently eating an avocado while watching avocado. Very meta tonight. Oh my gosh. What's up, Drew? We're deep into the stream, bro. We're deep into the stream. We're only 33 people deep. You're safe, bro. You're safe. Wow, avocado just sprawled so ridiculously beautifully to that Mir takedown. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Oh, dang. Avocado could take Mir shots. Mir just landed a big shot on her face, and she just didn't even flinch, kept moving forward. Like she would, it's like she hit Mir's hand with her head. Wow. Mir is going to lose this fight if she cannot find better entries. Her punches are doing nothing to Avocado. She has a face of steel. Okay, I knew it had something to do with The Simpsons. Being able to decide what he wants for dinner. You elitist. Zero boxing skill is crazy from Amir. Yeah, it's like, dude, I mean, did you think that your daughter was Khabib or what? Like, Mir and his daughter should have both, like Mir especially, if you're teaching your daughter to do this, what did you give her, bro? Like the Ronda Rousey template? Like, did you think this was UFC like 2010 or what? Did you not realize that you got to come in here with something more than a couple takedowns? Here's the thing. If Balamir found a way to win this fight, she still shouldn't even get a contract. If she won this fight, you still don't want to see her in the UFC because you'll see she has nothing for the higher levels of competition. And on the other hand, let's see Bala pulls it off somehow and does like a flash knockout or something at the end. You still want to sign Apocada because she's that good. Bala, this is terrible. This is a terrible showing for Mir. She needs to look in the mirror. is what she needs to do. Mir is bleeding. She looks like Bleeding Gums Murphy. Speaking of The Simpsons, she's bleeding from the mouth. Dang. Is she bleeding from her nose or her mouth or both? Yeah, it's 2-0. Like Avocado is just destroying her. She's helpless. She's helpless. She's outclassed. She's out of her realm here. He said it might be 1-1. Her corner just said it might be 1-1. Oh, this is bad. Get Dean Thomas in there. Get Dean Thomas in there to help Mir. Her corner just told her it might be 1-1. No. You need to let her know that she needs a finish 100%. That's crazy. It might be 1-1. Somehow it's 4-0, and we're barely going into the third round. Somehow it's 4-0. What do you mean it might be 1-1? Oh, no. This is the problem. She's been trained by her dad. So she's been cushioned and protected. Wow. You know what? After seeing what it looks like when you get trained by your dad, now I don't feel as bad about the Rose Namajunas situation. I think she's in a more preferable situation with that PB&J, with that Pat Berry and Jolly, than Mir is with her dad. Polly Market has Avocado as the favorite now. Why are they saying that's insane? It makes sense. Oh my gosh, Jay. Jay's promiscuous, bro. Marilena's always trying to judge me because I like Chef Boyardee. You know what else I love? I love SpaghettiOs, man. Only father's plan works. She needs some milk. She needs some milk. Ooh, Avocado grabbing the cage. Ooh. Ooh. Pat Berry and Jelly sounds disgusting. Hey, but it's filled with protein. It's filled with protein, bro. Your daily intake. Oh, Pescadios. Dude, Mir just needs to bite her or something. Mir needs to do something different. She needs to like small joint manipulation. She needs to like dislocate her finger. She needs to bite her. She needs to pull on her chongo. She needs to do something, man. Cause nothing traditional is gonna work. Jeez. This is oh my gosh, this is not. Bellamir has the back, but she's had the back. She's had the back already. Avocado's like chilling. She looks like she's waiting in line for her beverage or something. She's just like looking up and looking around, changing the radio station. She looks so calm right now. She's trying to outscore her in wrestling. She's gonna pull a Chale Sonnen at the end of the fight on the interview. I thought this was a RAF bout. If I would have known that this was an MMA bout. Ooh, I'll look it up, Nigel. I like sketch comedy. Oh, Chuck Almighty's leaving. All right, I'm out. It's bedtime. Miss Chuck Almighty, much love. Now, just so you know, there's 57 seconds left in the fight, and this is probably going to be the end of the stream because we've been streaming for 3 hours and 42 minutes, and it got elongated specifically because of this event. So we're going to dip out after this anyway. But I'm just saying, I know you got to go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this community what it is. Much love. Miss Chuck Almighty, ladies and gentlemen.
Amazing.
She has 27 seconds to make this girl submit to something. Yeah, this is 100% going to be avocado. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. We have a new star. How amazing it would be to see a fighter like this shake up the women's bantamweight division. It'll be cool to see avocados shake up the women's division. And Mir got to go back and figure it out. Got to figure out how to do stuff on your own merit. Got to figure out how to mix it up. Wow. Balamir, like, honestly, I don't know. I think we should be able to do this with ladies too, like we do with the men. But, I know, like, it's weird when you start talking about ladies' bodies and stuff like that. But in my opinion, if I'm her coach, I'm telling Bala, hey, you're a grappler and you're in the bantamweight division. You got to get more bottom heavy. I remember, because I never even watched, I didn't pay attention to her before. I never watched her fight. She has some chicken legs for being a grappler. And I think the same thing about Makhachev. I say the same thing about Makhachev. Makhachev has some chicken legs. You cannot be the size you are and be in the welterweight division and have them little chicken legs. You got to add some mass. You got to add some thighs, some quads. And she's just not thick enough. She has like big old, like wide shoulders and like thick arms and stuff like that. You can't grapple and have your style and be so bottom light. You got to add some mass to that. Wow. Wait, what are we counting down, Nigel? What's happening? She just shouted out Dolly Parton. No, but don't be one of those annoying dancers. This is why... Why do they dance? Why is that like a natural? It's like something takes them over and they just become like autonomous. Like why go into dancing? Listen, I've been streaming for 3 hours and 45 minutes now. It is now time for me to put on the family man beanie. Also, I smell food and I'm very hungry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love, for the conversation. Thank you for peer pressuring me into watching the Contender Series. Honestly, these fights, like I said earlier, they remind me more of the early UFC fights where there's more mismatches and brutalities than these way too evenly matched chess matches that we see in a lot of the weekend events. So I might be scoping out a lot more of these from now on. Thank you for encouraging me to watch it. Oh, you were counting down from okay. So mañana, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? Tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming again during the day. I had some people that had to come over today and work on some stuff. There was some mayhem going on at the rental, and people were coming and going and really throwing me off and not letting me do what I wanted to do. That should not happen tomorrow, so I should be able to go live even earlier. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your help. Thank you for the love. Everybody, please, go listen to some Dolly Parton tonight and keep it alive. Much love, Jay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jay. And I will do the same for you, bro. Much love, dude. I know, Darren. Thank you, man. Thank you. I've been playing hooky, bro. I didn't know what I was missing. You guys stay safe out there. Watch your back. Head on a swivel. Say your prayers. Eat your vitamins. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. And tune back in again mañana. Chile Verde Hearts. Thank you again for the love, Aziza Nama Nama Nama. Heck yeah, Nigel. Hey, you got to DM her, Nigel. You got to DM Balamir. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.